Yeah. Hey, few housekeeping items that I wanted to talk about since I've been gone. Or we've been gone for the last couple of weeks. One, there's been this new guy on social media, Ashton Hall or Hamilton, something like that. No, you know who he is. Only reason why I know who he is now is because I went through a few of these videos before I got here, tried to search for some inspiration. It's my guy that likes to squirt lemons in an ice bowl and dip his face in there.
Oh, this is the morning routine, dude?
Yeah, I'm sick of him. Right? Look, the way you walked in here, there's guys out here that's working a regular 9 to 5. That's living a regular life. Look, I've met a guy like him before. He stayed everywhere.
What do you mean he stayed everywhere? Was he a homosexual?
Oh, yeah. But hey, videos was fire.
Hey, having a morning routine and not a place to stay is crazy. Your morning routine is putting everything in your backpack and getting it in your car.
Bro, there's no way that guy, right, is out here fucking like making $500,000 a year off of personal training. That's hate. I'm hating.
Hey, there's some professions that we do have. I'm in disregards to this guy, but there's some professions we got to talk about.
We can regard him if we want to.
I'm just saying, we got to talk about
Let's do it. We can do it right now.
The bottle service to real estate agent chick.
That's a thing?
That's the thing.
That's your generation.
The photographer.
All my generation was secretaries and county workers.
Oh, the phlebotomist. Go to City College, get your little
City College.
And I'm not hating. I'm just saying we got to talk about it. Like, what's another one? Oh, the photographers. Like,
yeah,
the photographers are in a nasty.
They're gone now. They're done now. They're extinct.
Yeah, but hey, they were in an era like
2014 to 2020.
Before the phones got better cameras, the photographers are getting nasty off in that DM.
Hey, look, I knew y'all was bullshit when your Adobe work or whatever the little program was trash.
Yeah, if you got the dudes were going to the pawn shops getting Sony cameras, downloading the Adobe torrent. They're not even paying for the Adobe. They got the free one. Talking about link in bio, like, hey, also
real nasty.
Photographers, get a real page. Do not send me to an app like I'm booking for my barbershop. I hate that shit. That shit is ridiculous.
The guy, the guy who did my wedding still does pictures.
Hey, but he had the black magic. Like, he had real equipment. Like, I was looking at his, I was like, okay, he's got the setup.
But the guy for the proposal, bullshit.
I mean, you booked both of them, though.
Yeah, the price was... At the end of the day, I just need a motherfucker just standing around taking photos.
The proposal picture, here's the thing, though. You don't even need a proposal. You need the close-up shot on the knee, far-away shot, and then the one where she sticks her hand out and she's not looking at the camera and is just zoomed in on the rock. You only need 3 pictures.
Yeah, I don't need that many.
Yeah, there's only 3 shots. Everyone has the same 3 shots. Maybe you pick her up for the kiss at the end, but that's about it. It's not too many. The wedding, you need someone who knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. I'm cool with that. Oh, yeah, I need the little black thing, like the Olin Mills joint.
Yeah.
With the umbrella, with the flash and all that. But yeah, listen, you're not fooling anybody with the gym content creation, okay? Here's the thing. Bro was all there. He said, yo, all you need is about 30 clients that you're going to train for free to get started. You need transformations for people to believe in what you have. And I sat here and I was like, yo, out of the 30, he's not wrong.
I'm like, yeah,
I just don't know 30 motherfuckers I don't even know 5.
I was about to say, you know what?
That's going to willingly work out.
I got 2 friends who are licensed barbers now. And when we were in high school, one of them gave me a 35-minute lineup. And it was the first time he had ever gave someone a lineup. But I'll say this, my price was locked in at $20 for 10 years.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, like he always remembered it. I went to school with a crooked lineup, and then he got better, and the price never went up for me.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, so I get the point of what he's saying
for barbering.
No, but I get the point.
How many people you know that you interacted with today that you know was going to go to the gym today?
I work with a lot of people.
I know. How many of them did you think?
I'd say probably about 17%.
17%?
Out of like maybe the 85 coworkers I saw today.
Okay, so there we go. 17% of 30. Let's get the numbers right. Shit.
What was that, 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5 people, right? 4.5 you're training for free.
4.5 transformations is solid.
But you're still also, see, what most people don't understand is that out of 4.5, 26 of them, I'm about to waste significant amount of time text messaging. Yeah. Look at
the personal trainer, and don't get me wrong, I'm not judging the profession. I'm not physically
I haven't got the
built
nastiest shit off yet.
Yeah, I'm not physically built to be judging your, like, what
I'm
you
not
do.
done. Let me get nasty with it.
I feel like the personal trainer DM bag is one of the wildest shits in the world.
Yeah, well, wait. Look, we got a whole thing on this.
Yeah.
So 24 you're wasting your time, or 26 you're wasting your time on, right? Let's have some fun right now. The motherfucker was like, yo, eventually you're going to get you some $200 clients.
It's not lying.
Who the fuck is paid $200 for personal training? I feel like there was a time when people were doing that. The guy that I'm talking about got that bag off, but again, you're missing significant things.
I think this is so funny. I believe this. The guy who is who listens to like Fresh and Fit and like what's the bald dude that everybody hated? Andrew Tate.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys, because they want to be true alphas, I guess, whatever they're talking about, they might pay for that. The chick who wants to be, like, if his whole page is Jim, the chick who wants to be, like, the Instagram model who, like, is looking for subliminal advertisement everywhere, she might pay the $200 because you're going to be, now she's on his page, now she's on her page. She's paying for just a page membership. It's not even for the gym, like. She wants people to know that she has a famous personal trainer. People pay to be seen. TMZ is not the only people that roll out the red carpet when celebrities call. Like, people are using other people's Instagrams and services to roll themselves out too. So
I am not opposed to what you're saying. I just know that that's a load of bullshit.
I'm just telling you what's happening.
No, I know what's happening. People are paying to be seen but not paid.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Bro got this Saratoga water that he keeps showing, that little blue bottle, right? And it's like, all right, I know he got a little advertisement, whatever they paying him or whatever. I don't know.
It might be a check.
It's a check, right? But the check isn't like G-top Benz and this big ass studio and my barber come at 9:00.
If he's getting $600 a month from them, that's $6,000 a year.
I'm okay with that.
That's a month's rent.
Again,
I'm assuming his rent's about $5,000 from the place that he was looking.
That means that this motherfucker don't have time to be on IG all day. He need to be out here getting to Miss Cheryl's house to make sure she hit the brunches.
I heard someone brought up that was like a very interesting point. They said he put the time at the bottom, like each thing, like what he does at each time.
He woke up at like 4 a.m. He brushed his teeth.
But this is the funny part is he did all that, but he has to reset up the camera every time he goes. So those times weren't accurate. Like those times. Also, I'm gonna say,
nasty work was driving off and then coming back.
To pick up bro,
driving off and coming back to go pick up the cam is crazy. Yo, I hate this generation is crazy. All that for content. You know what I mean? Look, I'm low key a content creator. I just hate the fucking word.
No, you put out content. You know,
I fucking hate that word.
You're not a content creator.
What does that mean?
You're not doing skits. You're not doing dances.
That's what a content creator is?
I mean, that's what
I'm creating some shit right now.
Yeah, but you're creating context. Like, you're contextualizing.
No, wait a minute. Fuck no. Wait a minute.
You like that?
No, I don't. Explain all this to me. I've never looked into this shit because I just felt like this isn't work.
No. I'll just say I think there's a difference. I just think there's a difference personally. Like, I think, because also, I don't know, man. This content shit is...
It's bullshit, man. Look, it's like, yo, I am a facilities coordinator. No, nigga, you're a janitor. Right? Like, it's okay to be a janitor.
It's a maintenance professional. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And I ain't shit, right? Because I got a family member who I won't say, you could ask me later on. I created them Nah. I'm gonna tell my story, but I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna get into it, man. Listen. Let's get to it, man. Yes. I want to welcome you all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most
DJ
normal ass Karl. To my front,
remix.
I have my man, the myth, the only Dunzo. Go ahead and give all five of your names.
It's your boy, Downtown Dunzo, a.k.a. Clico the Freako, a.k.a. Diet Drewski, a.k.a. the South Bay Savant. You know what I mean? How we doing?
He living his best life. Yeah. So before we got into like the music and everything, I had created a.
I've been waiting to say this.
I know. No, it's a crazy story. Actually, I told your mom this story the other day, so maybe she did tell you later on. Okay, so you haven't talked to her. Okay, so we got a family member, and listen, I love my wife. She's amazing. I don't think I'm ever going anywhere. I created a what is that? What's the dating app?
Tinder?
No, the other one, the new one.
Bumble? Hinge?
I used to think Hinge was the gay one. Bumble's the gay one.
No, Grindr's.
Grindr, there we go. I don't know which one.
They picked a good name for it. Yeah. It's self-advertised.
Well, Bumble and Hinge all sound like I'm like, I don't know.
Hinge, I could see a little bit. Like Hinge sounds like a bisexual app.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Well, yeah.
Let's get there.
We go get there.
Let's get there. No. I mean, like, we can go there now.
Yeah. Like,
so on the look, I haven't had a dating app since. Let me make sure I get my numbers right too. Right. Since before I met my wife, maybe like a year and a half before I met her. So that would have been 2017, 2016-ish, around that time. And I had Tinder. Right. It was very simple. You sign up, put your email in or whatever. And I found out back then, I was like, it's real dry out here in these streets when you just keep swiping, So I created the Hinge. There was some things going on. And I said, look, man, we're going to attack these things from a perspective of, I'm going to get you right. Like the last few times that you've had this happen, you wasn't out here like how we would do it. Mm-hmm. We being us, right? This is us. Mm-hmm. And I said, let's get you out there. All right. So I get lazy about it. So I had to get the phone number. I didn't even know you need the phone number and the email and all this stuff. So I put it together. Now I'm over here swiping, trying to entice them to get off the stupor. Like, hey man, look at this. Look at that. That's solid right there.
Did you set up the profile for this person?
Oh, hell yeah.
Was this a male or female?
Male.
Did you pick his pictures?
Yes.
I just always think about one of my favorite podcasts. Sorry, when he talks about his cousin, Rory and Molly talks about his cousin getting married, and he said that he paid for the stripper for the bachelorette party as a joke. And his mom goes, "Oh, for sure." And then they pull up the website. Now the three of them and his aunt, and his mom are now looking at the male strippers, and he's got real input to see. Like, and that's why I just picture you being like, "You don't look cute in this picture. You don't look good."
I didn't do it.
You get what you see what I'm saying? Like you don't look good. Like I wouldn't fuck you. Like you know what I mean?
I put it together because this person is bashful, right? And
Yeah,
so
okay.
I was like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, he's like, and then when I was like, yo, you don't need me anymore, right? Like you, like we got a few matches.
I'm taking you to the well. It's up to you if you want to get water.
They was like, nah, don't go. Right? And I said, look, I'm gonna give it a few days. Like I'm gonna have to be like full disclosure with my wife and everything about what I'm doing, because that looked crazy when like you sitting down and the Hinge notification go up. And it's like, yo, why do you have this?
Oh, it was on your phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't just...
Oh, you played a dangerous game.
Oh, bro, I even, I started the chats. Happy Sunday.
Y'all doing a deep fake? Hey, this is why women don't trust us, because you're doing a deep fake. It's crazy.
Hey, but no, I got out of there early. I don't know anything about nobody. I'm gone now. I deleted the app. I logged out last Sunday.
Why didn't this person put it on their phone?
Here's the thing. Oh, they did. They did. We were both logged in at the same time, is what I'm saying.
Double agent.
Yeah.
Damn, that takes like, remember?
But that's like solid wingman shit.
No, but that's what I said. That takes this to the next level. I'm gonna explain. Remember when you're younger and you finally start texting, and we all know the one homie who has text game, and you hand him the phone. That's what you did on like a next level, like. That's like the next level version of that.
Okay, so the reason why I got here is because, so these apps is different.
Yeah.
The shit that they ask you in regards to what you looking for and who you are is different. Yeah. I'm like, literally 8 years has changed, or 9 years has changed the game.
You have to fill out a prompt.
Bro, yes.
I got a site shit.
Yeah, bro.
MLA format,
You can even do a poll,
which is still wild.
Yeah, you can do a video message, a further verification of a video of yourself, right?
A lot, because people are getting scammed over here. People getting
I'm all the way with it. Hey, because now I get to be me, but they don't even know it's me. Like in terms of like helping him out, right? So on the thing, this person does a specific job in regards to. Damn, do I want to say it?
No, don't say it.
Yeah.
If you're questioning it, don't do it.
Yeah, I lied though. I added the jazz, like, hey, I'm sitting here like making fun of the janitor thing, but I for sure said like lead of security technician.
Oh, bro.
I made up all kind of shit, right? I can say that part because I'm not saying what they specifically.
You asked me what I do. I curate full environments of culinary excellence. What that mean? I'm a server.
Oh, but that's the thing. Like, people just gotta stop having shit. And I told them this. I said, yo, bro, some of these ones is upgrades from where you was at previously before. This is a win, and
that shit don't feel like a win if you still hurt though.
Yeah, but given the story, like,
I already know. I know where we're at now. I know exactly. Yeah. I know who we are and where we're at.
Yeah.
Still.
That would, because there's more.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, there's more. I know enough was enough at the time when we got there. There was more, but I just say all that to say, like, bro, look, the app gang is crazy. Like, I don't need nothing to do with that. Yo, the style of dress of these girls look different. Like, the shit is baggy. They look like the way I left the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's too much. I'm seeing girls with big ass jeans with like the white heel shoes that you used to wear to church. And
hey, I'm not gonna lie though, you dominated in that era. That was your era.
What do you mean?
Baggy jeans, LRG, zip ups.
Yeah,
that was your era.
I look.
They all dress in like 7th grade Carlos. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I can't do. You like that too? Is that your generation?
Nah, they're younger than me. First of all, let me explain. I'm 31 next month.
Yeah,
we gonna start finally letting me have some age on the
clock. All right, I'm okay.
Because I was here.
I asked you respectfully. I didn't just throw it on
I was here for the 500th episode, and y'all clowned me out the room because I said I'm 30 now. It's happened.
Okay. All right. Put some respect. Are those girls in your bracket?
I mean, here's the thing.
Yes, your girls dress like that because they still want to feel young.
Yeah, like, I'll say this.
My wife does.
If you can get the fit off, get the fit off. You know what I mean? Like, if there's a couple pieces in your wardrobe,
they all just look like Rhapsody to me, though.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. I'm not mad at Rhapsody.
But like, I think there's I need you to have like a multiple like levels to the swagger. You know what I mean? Like, that can't be we can't only be doing boot cut Echo jeans. Like, that's just not an option.
Absolutely not. I'm 100% with you. Like, I just know that the fashion and the swag itself, just not for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But just being on the app, I was like, I'm not really missing nothing. And I gave it, and it wasn't like I was on there all day. You know what I mean?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, you gave yourself not a hall pass, but a visitor's pass.
Well, no, because I've done this before, and I told my wife, because the last guy I did it with, that sounds crazy, but he was an African gentleman, and he ain't never had no girls since he wasn't getting no looks. This guy that I'm like, yo, somebody's gonna like you.
Hey, you're low key. You're borderline in pimp area. I'm gonna let you know. You're flying, you're getting real close to being a madam. Like, you're flying dangerously
Madam
close.
Karl is crazy.
You're flying dangerously close to the sun.
Madam Karl is crazy, man. Oh, shit.
Like, you're pimping your friends out.
Am I?
You're trying to.
It's like a wingman, though. It's like me going to a bar, being there with you, and be like, hey, my homie think you solid. You know what I mean? What's up with y'all type thing?
That's still low-key pimping your friends out. Listen to what it sounds like.
And what does it? You ain't never did that move?
And I was pimping my friends out.
Okay. All right. If
this.
we're having that level of honesty, I'm okay with that.
Because think about this. If I need someone to run a screen, and I know my boy can run the screen, yeah, he's a team player. But if he hits, I'm pimping my friends out. There's a fine line, but it does get crossed.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
That is funny though.
It is. But they hit me back like this week with one and was like, hey, what you think? I said, oh, you're finally starting to send them back to me. Said, she's solid. I'm happy now. Right? That you out here. Like, yo, you just need you people need a friend like that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
My generation is the dopest generation so far that is actively still living because we have the best of both worlds. I used to listen to oldies and clean up, and at the same time, I'm also going to give you some good game on how to get over somebody.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, our generation is still kind of like tuned in with like life.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because I went out.
I'm adding you that in that generation too. Is what I'm saying,
bro. You're 36 months old.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I'm adding you in that generation.
No, that's why you said it though, because I went out last night to PB and I ran to a few.
Ooh, at 31,
bro, it was not my choice.
Yeah. He was around all the San Diego State 17-year-olds.
Nah, but my boys in town. We're about to go to his bachelor party next week.
And he chose that spot.
So my boy lives in Barrio Logan, and it's not that far of a drive from where he's at.
I know it's white and Mexican?
Mexican, dude. We were mostly like, actually, we were pretty, looking back on it, it's a pretty diverse group. Asian, Black, Mexican. We were the United Nations in that bitch last night, though I think about it. But I saw a female friend of mine. I hadn't seen in a while.
That is the best way to go to PB is United Nations.
Oh, 110%.
You can't go in there fully Negro.
No,
out.
you can't be too white.
Full white. Yeah, too white is like,
too Hispanic. Like, it's too,
boat shoes. You need
so, we were sitting there, and I told her something, because she knows I've dealt with a few females. She said something. She's like, "When's your last relationship?" To the point that you're saying. I'm like, I've never been like in an actual relationship. She was like, "That's crazy." And I was like, "You've known me for like 15 years. You didn't put this together?" She was like, "No." But this, to the point of like the friend like you, she instantly walks up to me. She goes, "Well, you know, so and so single. You should go talk to her right now. Go, so and so single. You should go talk to that person." Like,
she in a relationship?
She's engaged.
For us people that are in relationships, that's the most alive we feel is to help you,
bro.
I don't know how to tell you. Like,
she was battery activated. The second I said that, she looked at me. Confused.
You shouldn't be going through life like that. She's a great friend.
Yeah, she looked at me confused. Then I was talking to her fiance. I just met him. I met him before through a mutual friend way before they were dating. And then we were just getting caught up. And then she comes up to him and she hit him with it like it was a fucking Snapple fact. And then he suggests the same two people that she suggested earlier. And I said, "Oh, y'all got to fix on this one."
Yeah, that's crazy.
Y'all trying to get your friends' lives together. Like, she's hurt. I know she's hurt.
Nah, that's real shit, bro.
I respected it though. I was like, "Damn, you're a good friend."
You know, the one thing I will say is that when people do that shit, they do it with the best intentions, right? Not like, especially at our age, right?
Yeah,
like,
I think when you're younger, there could be a selfish intent to it, but at this age, I think
to
it's
acquire
true.
ass.
No, but I'm saying like the friend who's doing that, like when you're 23, 24, can also be like, okay, I just feel like there could be ulterior motives. Like, girls always like, I remember like being younger and girls being like, "Oh, you could date his best friend or his brother." Like, that's an ulterior motive, because now it's just like, you just want to have double dates. You don't actually care if she likes him. You just want them together so y'all can go on field trips and shit.
Yeah, my only and if I was playing wingman, like I said, my wingman back then was just for you to acquire some ass.
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember the last, maybe 3 times in my life I've wingman and been like, oh, he needs love. Yeah. Because also,
well, now it's genuine.
Because also at that point though, like, if you're looking for love, you got to run an ISO, because she needs to know who you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a totally different game plan.
Yeah. Come on in. We've already warmed up. We go straight to you when you get here. But yeah, man. So it's like, I feel like that's the solid thing to do, bro. It's like, yo, if somebody's in need of wingmanship, sometimes you gotta like give them a little extra boost. Some people need an extra boost. That's why I create the account for them.
Hey, you know what? One of my boys said,
like Jay has no problem with going up and talking to people if she's in the mood, right? If somebody's in the mood, right? But there's other people I know that may not be in the fucking mood, and they struggle with shit like that. So I've done it before, like I said, but that guy, the first time I did it, like, he ain't get no hits. He was up on a horse. And I was like, damn, African dude on the horse don't win that often, like, for the ladies. Like, you can't be out here like, okay, that guy, that type of.
Don't do that.
You know what? Look, she gave him to bless his heart. The bless his heart. Didn't even see his face. She knew, bless his heart. She was swiping left. Yeah.
Hey.
I like horses.
My God.
Hey, randomly, because you say,
and we're still in the intro, don't worry.
I got caught at work, so I've been saying bless your heart because I'm old at this point. At my work community, I'm old, like, for what I do, in a sense, like where I'm at.
Yeah, that's real. That's a real statement.
Because when I first got the job,
I felt that.
Yeah, I was like 20, and like I left and came back.
So you work with 20-year-olds now?
Not as many. Like, so when I worked there 10 years
so
ago,
expensive. Everybody's taking every type of job right now.
There was a bunch of us. Like, some of my best friends, there was like 8 of us, all different jobs within the restaurant, but there was like 8 or 9 of us who all got hired at the same time. We were all super close. We all do different stuff. It's a little bit more spread out, like you're saying, because so many people have double jobs now at this point. But I've been going around saying bless your heart to people since I started working there about 8 months ago. And then one of my coworkers,
they probably think you're a 46-year-old.
yeah,
man.
no, actually, someone told me they thought I was 25 yesterday. I was
hyped.
I was like, you lying, but I'm gonna let you lie to me right now.
Right when you said that, I get happy when people still ask me for my ID. Card me. They look at my dad. Hey, it's cool, OG.
See, I get offended when you ask for my ID. Like, you think I want to look like this? You know how tired I look at your face? But I've been saying, bless your heart, my coworker, she's my age. Yeah, I think she's exactly my age. She's from North Carolina. She looked at me and she was like, is that the good bless your heart or the bad bless your heart? And one of my other coworkers was like, yeah, he be saying that. What's that mean? I was like, why you stitching, bro?
There's a difference. It's been fucking with him the whole time.
Oh, bro. One of them told me, he's like, you say that all the time, and I don't know what you mean when you say it. There's no context, like, clues to it. And she snitched on me.
But right when they said it, I get it, though. It does have 2 meanings. Like, bless your heart. That sucks for you.
She snitched on me immediately. Yeah. She goes, nah, when Zoe says it to you, it's because he thinks you about to do some stupid shit. I looked at her and I was like, yeah. I was so mad. I was sitting there. I'll be getting that off for almost a whole year at that place.
Absolutely, I ain't bad at it. I'll round robin just so that, and we'll get everything going. I've been cool, man. Y'all been asking about the pod. Yeah, we got end date. I've been feeling this way for about 2 years, so I want to make sure that I have this, in here right now. At least I've been feeling this way for a minute. Like, I'm just tired. I don't want to do something different. I just want to enjoy my Sundays, right? Mm-hmm. And so the only reason why this is literally the only reason, I was telling Jay this yesterday. Yeah. The only reason why I have not stopped, or I haven't just stopped last week or the week whatever before, is because I've already paid through June.
We're going to get that money's worth.
Yeah, I'm going to get my money's worth with the pod, and I'm going to put as many as I can up there under this payment plan.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, my shit is up, like, I think June 25th. So June 8th is the last episode. You have 17 days to listen to that last episode. At least there it'll be on YouTube, but it ain't going to be on this app anymore.
I'm going to let y'all know, I done known Carlos my whole life, and I know he loves Kanye West, and he has never ever respected a release date. I'm calling cap on June.
I'm gone.
I'm calling cap on
I'm
June.
gone.
I'm calling cap on June.
I'm legitimately gone. You're
going to be mad when I update
this
the
is a great
payment to my
exit.
card.
This is a great exit. This is great. Like, this is the exit I wanted on my own terms, too. I feel like I worked.
You're going to be sad by September.
I'll be sad, absolutely. I've been sad. I'm sad about it ending because it's like, it was a great, like...
It is sad.
It was a great ride, though. You know what I mean? Like with all the people... I was telling Jonah this, and I'm glad that, he kind of like kept it, on his own without saying it on his pod or anything. Not like we have the same listeners and shit, but he could have put something up or made it weird. Yeah. But I was telling him, I was like, bro, I think we're at 200 episodes right now on this pod.
Yeah.
I did 60 or 70 or something like that with GFB. I did 280 episodes. I think the average of like for a podcast is 10 episodes.
Yeah. Crazy.
I beat that by years. You know what I mean? 200 or 300 episodes shows like years of me doing this and not so many months off. So it's like, as much as like I would be sad, like, I want to know what it's like to like consecutively not have to like feel like I got to put videos out and content. That's why that dude dipping his face in ice and the lemon and all that, he's fucking lying to you. This shit's not fun.
This is the craziest way for you to try to explain to the listeners that you think you're Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson.
I'm out of here, man, before the game even gets there.
I'm going to retire before the game retires me.
Bro, respectfully, the reason why I say that is because, like, Jay's going to, speak on her own behalf, right? But, like, I say this respectfully, I don't want to pod with nobody else. Like, when I thought about it, because she's going to be moving at some point, right? Everyone knows that piece, right? And Lex, I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah.
And honestly, respectfully, that isn't none of my business at this point.
100%, yeah.
Right? So with that being said, it's like, look, handle what you got to take care of, right? Whether you feel like you need to do it or not. Man, I'll leave it at that. But handle what you need to. I'm not gonna sit and try to like hold tryouts to get new people in here. You know what I mean? I'm not like that's not fun to me. It wasn't fun to me the last few times that I had been doing it, and I actually like the nucleus of the group that we had. And it's like, yo, if it's not gonna work, then I'd rather we all end it on its own terms and go from there out of respect for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad. That's the thing. She thought I was probably mad or sad or upset, and it seems like that. My wife thought I was on suicide watch when I said it last week. I was like, no, I'm cool.
I feel like you're just a real man, and like by that I mean you have like only 3 emotions: happy, sad, angry.
No,
And like when you don't know, when you're like confused if you're sad or not, it's just very aggressive in some of the shit you say.
well, I'm happy, but it's like it's not like dark room happy.
You didn't even say that like you believed it.
But that's the thing, though. Like in your mind, right? This is the
I'm
first.
happy. I'm good. His shoulders tensed up. His voice hit a octave.
I think I'm fine.
He
Yeah.
lying his ass off.
Hey, fucking tear come down. Like, I just feel happy right now. I feel great.
You sound like the guy
feel
who's
like
like,
shit.
so he's like, it was mutual. It was mutual.
Yeah. Like nigga, you are crying right now. You don't even see the tears coming at your eyes. No, I'm not. My daughter do that. Why are you sad? I'm not sad. What the fuck? I'm not sad.
Mine too.
Turn in the corner, whole back turn. I'm not sad. All right, so look at me. No, I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm happy. Fucking happy right now. She did that shit this morning. She got back because I locked her outside for like a second. I'm just looking at her through the window. I said, "You crying?" No, I'm not crying. As soon as the door unlocked, Hope comes back. Hope, and don't call CPS on me. We were playing a game. All right.
Yeah,
No,
lock her
seriously.
outside.
Yeah, lock her outside is
We were
crazy.
playing a game.
There's like 5 people. Yeah, we were though, because like she likes to do that shit when I go outside, lock the handle. You know, your kids ain't never locked you out the house and played
My
with
kids?
you.
No.
Or kids you've ever watched. The homie, he did his Amari did it mid conversation. He went outside to go pick up a package. You know, you hear that top lock. Amari opened the door. No other parent was in the house.
Oh, hell no.
Amari, talking to a 2-year-old trying to let you in the house.
Oh, damn.
Hey. Let me in.
Hey, cause you know what's funny? Because you get mad and then you got to start trying to bribe them.
Yeah.
But they don't care.
You want some candy?
Hey, you let me in, I will get you as much ice cream as you want right now.
He lied to me
When
before.
they go forward, and then they go back,
Yeah,
and then they come closer.
Then they reach slow. Just
Yeah, I swear they know.
but yeah, that's how. I mean, yeah, I'm going to be. I'll say this. I will be sad about it because it is a chapter in my life that I want to close. But I've been thinking, like I said, it's not like spur of the moment. I've literally been like on the fritz of saying fuck this for like 2 or 3 years now. And I will say, if people knew the inner workings of why I wanted to say fuck this, I think that like I feel really justified in saying, you know what, I really don't want to deal with this type of shit. And I thought about it, it's like, yo, I've been solid, right? And in every regard that I could be, but then to continuously get shitted on in one aspect, or try to, do the right thing, I'm just like, yo, fuck this. I really don't need like that type of nonsense. That has nothing to do with you specifically or anything like that. I'm just saying like, yo, and also even trying to find co-hosts.
Yeah.
Right? That's hard. I feel like, fuck this. Like we tried that like 2 years ago. We had, Susie come sit down. We had Bernetta come sit down. It's like, yo, like we keep going through this little change. It ain't no money in podcasting. Motherfucker got these tariffs and all this other shit, man. I'm worried about just trying to stay paid.
I just feel like you're like 2 months away from the Prize Pick bag. If Prize Picks hit you with the bag, are you going to keep doing it?
It depends.
It depends?
Yeah, it does. Like what the bag is.
That's crazy.
The bag. Look, I don't want to say that because that comes off as like super arrogant.
I know you're going to say
I don't want to say it though.
You can't have a price if you do it for free.
Okay, there we go. Everything has a price. And right now my price is high because like I feel like I make enough money for me to be happy where I'm at.
That's crazy that you've been volunteering and then now you can get paid and you're like, nah, I'm good.
I feel like, but because
you really love the game.
Well, the time that I spend with my kids is like invaluable to me. They want me to move up at work. I laugh at them. Shit, you could be my boss. Stop advocating for me to be something.
That's
like
true.
you go be great. I'll work under you. like I only get one life to live. I don't want to miss all these moments with my kids. I'm okay with that. I don't even work overtime at work. I try not to. Like, I do not care about cash, like, in that regard. Like, I just
I
want to
feel
be
you.
comfortable. That's a real thing.
I feel it.
Zoe, how you been?
Just outside, not really outside. I did get in trouble for the, or not get in trouble, but once again, I got questioned. I only
Really?
get questioned when I'm on this pod. I swear.
What happened?
I had just people hit me up about all the jokes I was making about being heartbroken, and I was like, it's funny because people who I know for a fact usually don't listen to this pod when I'm on it. I had like 3 or 4 of my friends hit me up. I was like, "Hey, who is she?" All this shit. And
That's
I was
crazy.
like,
Who is she is wild.
And one of my boys knew who she was. He was like, he texted, he's like, "I'm gonna send her the clip." I'm like, "Bro, send it to her." She already
He
knows
said
this. No, he didn't. He knows better than that. But I was sitting there. He texted me immediately.
I'm gonna send it.
I was so bad.
He said he only gets in trouble in life. Not even on his old podcast or whatever. He only gets
We
in
used
trouble.
to say I was like, on the other podcast, it was like people thought they knew you, but I could say the wildest shit and it would just go. Travis has some of the most outlandish stories I've ever heard someone say, and people just let it go. It's just funny. I come on here and have a half serious conversation, and now I got to fill out 32 surveys in my
We're
inbox.
classy over here.
No, y'all got no people. People listen to this, and like the vibe is so much different that like now
What do you
that
think our vibe is?
it's so much more mature, and now people want to act like they want to get.
Jonah
Like,
said we're the trauma pod.
yeah, 100%, 100%. Bro, every time I'm here, we just unraveling something. Like, you know how Karl started the last pod? He said, "Hey, so you still thinking about dating single mothers?" That's the first thing he asked me last week.
That's a fire way to end it.
That's how you started it.
Well, how do you think your people like that don't normally listen to this pod just say, "Hey, look, they're getting him to crack some shit open that we couldn't
Bro,
get to."
I was sitting there and I'm like, "Hey, that's Podzo." Like, you know,
Yeah, absolutely. That's another thing. That shit's hard. Like just to like continue to be pod you while life will be going on. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, you know what's funny? And I'll let you get. I definitely did this by design. But like most people be thinking like, yeah, we got people that be going through some shit on this show. Mm-hmm. Me too. I just don't be saying nothing, right? Because it's like, yo, sometimes pecking order, my shit look kind of low in comparison.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'm like, my shit, but it's lower, right?
but
And I'm
sometimes
like,
you got to keep yourself to yourself.
yeah, and I'm cool. But I've been like in the middle. You knew I took 2 weeks off of work. I had some shit that I needed to take care of, right? That's a real smoking gun.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the middle of suing somebody like right now, like going to court and like getting all the paperwork and shit
we
and
still
filing. Oh, big time too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're not gonna fuck up my house and then think it's gonna be cool.
What?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You're suing a company. You're not suing a person.
Yeah, I'm suing the company.
That's different.
They served his ass, or served them this week. The server was funny as fuck. Took her photo and everything. And the girl that opened the door, I was like, she just caught a stray
Hey.
for no reason.
Oh,
Hey, it's got to feel like when you know you're gonna win a lawsuit. I understand why people be doing like they be like ambulance chasing.
The labor board called me today, Friday before the day, and then was like, "Yo, you actually got a case." And the way you like outlined all this shit is kind of crazy.
Hey, we getting it back?
I just want my shit back.
You're on the come ups of a bag, and we about to shut
It's
down.
my own bag. I've already
Bro,
fronted
we
the
can
money
put a
on the
gra-
fixes.
Bro,
already.
we can get some neon signs, put a grass wall in this bitch.
The grass wall is crazy. A neon grass wall is wild. No, the consensus has been like you and your cousin should start a pod, right? And I don't even want to entertain that idea right now. I want to really like retire, and if I did come back like Jordan, who knows?
You're selfish.
Then I'll wait.
Why not for me?
Why not for
I'm
me?
not even out the door. He's already all the
Yeah,
way
why
in.
not for me? That's crazy. I'm not even entertaining.
You're not
right
that
now.
friend who's like, oh, I'm gonna go do this because my boy might need a check.
No, I'm not. Again, no one's at the door though.
No, I just mean,
it's just a ring.
How are you doing?
Yeah,
I'm so
there
tired
we
of
go.
him.
Look at that, sensible. Look,
It's
he's
nice
really-
to meet you, by the way.
That's
Never
the first
met
time you
before.
got one of those in that chair. Go ahead, it's cool.
See,
Get my
this is
jokes
fucking
off.
bad.
Hey, she knew it though. She felt it. She's like, damn. Have they asked me?
No, not at all.
Go ahead.
I lost my voice. Thank God you're here.
Get a little closer to the mic there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh.
How you been, Jay? What's going on? So we
okay.
missed you. Last week, I'm gonna take that on me because I wasn't even really trying to pod anyway. So I'm
Yeah,
just glad I
yeah.
tried like last ditch effort, and I was like, I ain't gonna do it. Then we missed you the week before, right?
Yeah.
And so and people been asking. I'm sure like, yo, you okay?
You know? Sheesh. Well, I lost my voice a little bit, and I didn't realize it until, like, not long before I got here. Well, it's on its way out, so, Might be a little squeaky.
Nah, you good.
So I'm glad you're here because I was like, oh, damn. I'm going to have to sit here and just look cute. Like, because I don't know how much I'll be able to get out.
And if Lex don't call me before we get to the June date, Zoe gonna be here. So that's just where we at. We need that third.
I'm going to need some PTO Easter weekend.
I got you. You don't even have to worry. Go ahead.
I'll be International Easter weekend. We sinning.
We sinning. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. What was I saying?
What? I don't even know what you said. Oh, you said your voice was going, and then you said,
"Oh, well, just
how you been doing in general? Whatever you willing to share."
Yeah. Well, let's see. One, I think I'll start with addressing, I guess, like the ending of the pod because I've been off of social media, but I've definitely caught the wave. People were messaging me, reaching out. Karl didn't tell me. You know, Karl just be doing Karl. Let me tell you something. And I just be letting him.
I hit her up, though. But she had a great answer. So.
You hit me up?
Yeah, I did.
You told where?
I'll show you later, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was not a bad thing.
Okay, I missed it. Okay, then.
It was either before or after I said that. I can't remember, but I definitely did.
Okay.
I found out on Facebook. I don't even use
I found out through a listener. The pod's over. I'm like, the fuck?
Hey, you got fired? What do you mean I got fired?
It's my day off.
No, literally.
It's my day off.
literally. But you know what? Like, I think, like, where will I start? I think, like, one thing, like you were saying, there's a lot of, like, work and effort and time that goes into producing the show, creating content, editing videos. Like, it's just a lot. And for me, like, that was I was just telling my homegirl today, that was one of, like, the biggest blessings about being able to come on this pod was that all Karl asked me to do is just show up. And as, like, a creative, a content maker, someone who does design, editing, someone who has done these kind of things and knows how much time goes into it, to be able to just come and, like, talk and get my shit off and vent and learn and grow is like, shit, okay, so paid or not, like, that's the, value in it to me, you know, and that's why I understand, like, where he's coming from about, like, the time commitment. So I think that, like, that's also why, because all I'm expected to do is show up, that, like, this is Karl's pod. You know what I mean? Like, this is his shit. He made it. He produces it. So he don't need to ask me nothing. He don't need to run nothing by me at the end of the day. Like, so although, of course, it was a little, like, jarring. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there should have been a group chat.
Yeah. But you know what? We're also, like, we're in the trenches right now. Thank you. Karl's giving me some water. We're in, like, the trenches right now. Like, we're all in the midst of some shit. You know, like, we're all dealing with different heavy adversities. Mm-hmm. And even Karl, like he said, he keeps the shit private. That's on him. So, not on him, up to him. And I respect him for that. Thank you. Good Lord. Man. I feel better already. But yeah, I can tell I'm not going to be able to get too much off. But, yeah, so that's why I'm not like irritated or upset or whatever. I was just like shocked. But also, I've been going through things. Like, it's a lot's been going on behind the scenes. A lot. Like, and me and Karl, like, we touch base. We check in. Sometimes we have longer conversations. You know, sometimes we do have more extended days without talking. And whether that's on me, where he's busy, I'm isolating, like, whatever it is. But it's never, like, ever no beef. No bad. This is, for lack of better terms, my nigga. Like, I'm glad my voice went out. We can use it as a natural edit. Natural edit. Like, let me This is my dog. I trust him. I confide in him. I believe in him. I appreciate him. So, like, whatever he decides, like, I respect him. And the fact that he said, like that's big. Like he told me before, he was like, if it ain't y'all, it ain't no one. Like, you know, like, and that's some OG heavy respect, you know. But it's like, of course, I'm like, God, we're so close to the back. Of course, I'm like, there's so much potential. Of course, I'm like, Karl's so good at what he does. Like, but I also think that, like, things have seasons, and maybe this is its season. But I don't think that, like, I, like, don't think this is the end, like, at all. Like, I think that, like, this is the end of this show, and I think that, like, this isn't the end of potting. This isn't the end of, like, our relationship, our friendship, you know, like, or even, like, our working creatively together in the future when we have the capacity and the time and the want to do it again. You know, right now we have to reprioritize a little bit. You know what I mean? And it is sad. But, like, of course it's sad. Of course it's sad. But it's not, like, bitter. It's not, like, resentful. Right. It's, like, mourning. You know, it's, like, with love, with respect, with sadness. Like, so I'm gonna leave it at that right now because I can barely talk, but we'll get it off. I will say that, like, personally, I've definitely been going through, like, some different adversities, and I am getting to a space where, like, I'm ready to really share and get it off. I think that, like, today, and this is, like, no disrespect to Zoe, but, like, I didn't know he was gonna be here, so I have a lot to disclose, and it's,
I also want you to do it with a good voice.
Exactly. and it's heavy, and it's personal, and I'm nervous, you know, and I feel like it's almost like a 2020 episode, you know what I mean? Right. So, like, I do think that, like, I want, like, maybe a special episode where you and I talk about, like, how to have this conversation, like, with our audience, and how I disclose that information, you know, because, you know, I think I can feel it. Like, I hit Karl up and I was like, bro, like this dude, the shame is heavy, and it's worse than even the criticism I've been fearing. I would rather, at this point, hear the criticism, get the judgment, get the questions, get the blah, the bullshit that I know is coming, than carry this burden, what feels like, of, like, a secret of shame that is, like, causing me to decline severely in my mental health. Like, to be 100. Like, I told Karl, I am just scratching my way out of a depressive episode. So even if all I can do is fucking sit here and nod and look and kind of laugh, and to me that's a win, because I'm like, okay, I gotta get back to me and what I enjoy. And even if it's June 6th, 8th, whatever, like, I need, like, you know, I want to take advantage of this time that we have together, because this is something I enjoy. But yeah, so more to come. Absolutely. Like a fucking cliffhanger. And that's not to be like mystique or fucking, what is that called, baiting, or, you know what I mean?
Nah, but I mean, I think you're still in the trenches about it. And
exactly.
Let me say this to you.
I got a fucking voice today.
And we didn't get a chance to talk yesterday. She did hit me, and I was at the game.
We need a debrief.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, well, one, there's a saying in the black church community, right? I don't know if it's in the white church community. I just heard it in the black church, right?
Have you been to a white church?
The Rock?
Somewhere, I think. One of those. I think in Fresno.
Yeah.
Because now I won't say that I won't do it again. Cecil came in here and said if I invited you to church, you probably wouldn't go. I was like, damn, he right. Yeah. Because I didn't been in a lot of fucked up churches, and I was like, you know what? I could do better at home. You know, just saying, right? That's just my only thing. Lord, I still believe in you. But with that being said, he without saying, you know, throw the first stone. Mm-hmm. Cast the first stone. Yo, I think that anybody that whatever you're willing to share, anybody should know that we all live in a glass house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
What
it's
does
like
that mean?
meaning that like yo like although we're a society that casts judgment on people, but not looking within ourselves, right? Like I always look at like I don't read Instagram comments. The only time I read our Instagram comments is when you put something in there, and then I'll read that.
Because I'm trying to get engagement.
No, I know that's the thing, right? So it's like it's a two. But again, I know that that's a skill that you have, right?
Yeah,
so that's part of the game in the first place. So it's like, and the skill is so good that it brings me to go and look at it. So it's like I get what you're saying.
But it is protective.
It's a fail safe for myself, though, right? Like I wouldn't normally do this shit, but she would. Anyway, my point is that we live in a society where people always have comments about whatever somebody else is doing. And the one thing I always have to remember is that sometimes, or most of the time, people are having fleeting comments. I can't tell you like what I commented on in the last like 9 days, let alone maybe even earlier today if I even left one, right? So we be arguing people that be having thoughts. Now, I only know a few people. Like I got another boy now. He be remembering when people be saying this shit like that. But I'm like, yo, most of these people just be saying shit and then closing the app. You know, and so I don't want you to take it like super personal. If somebody, even if they had something to say, I don't think that our listener base is like that. I don't think our listener base is going to cast like super hard judgment on you or whatever. They may have something to say, but then within reason, like we all like either one, make mistakes, we all go through things or whatever. I think that people will come from, you know, more of a understanding place. Just to be honest, you know, whenever you're ready, you know, to divulge that. I brought him here especially because, well, one, before you had even came, we had already had last week discussed him coming just in case, right?
Yeah.
And then also, like, you hadn't potted in a while, so I was like, maybe it'll take the edge off in terms of, like, one, just practice sitting in the
like
chair.
I said, I saw him and I was like, hallelujah.
So it's like, you know, just like...
So the homie.
So I was like, I make it a little easier, and then you can kind of ease into where you want, and then you can choose. Like, it's not an abrupt, like, we done episode.
No, exactly.
You know, we got legitimately, like,
back a little bit, enjoy
we got,
us.
like, eight episodes left or something like that. 7, you know what I mean? Something like that. But yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. But let's go. Let's see.
I like your fire fit, by the way.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, I like the shoes, the socks, the shorts.
Look, when the sun come out, I start.
With the hat.
What's that? When
he got his hoochie daddy shorts
on. He bought
those
from Nigga Nova.
I'm not even gonna.
Hey, listen, I just want you to know, this pod ends on the 6th. I will be dropping my documentary, The Real Business Behind
The Real Business.
You know what?
The dark secrets of the real folks business.
No, we need a motherfucking documentary.
They don't feed you.
I looked, he was like, I should get paid to give this shit up.
They don't do anything over there.
That episode we can make.
He locks you in a closet for 20 minutes and tells you that you better.
Carlos had me at the bottom of Cow's Mountain for 6 hours.
Give me some content, nigga.
Had me outside of Royal Park running
You want
miles.
out? Give me some content ideas.
You want out? It's crazy.
Oh man, you want out? Definitely give
Carlos
me some.
is actually the Suge Knight of this podcast. So,
Oh man. All right. Let's get to it. Random shit to fill in time. What are some things that you feel like you're impatient about?
Everything.
Yeah, like really bad that you like so much that you notice now. If I came to pick you up, I'm gonna lie to you and tell you I'm outside when I'm probably on top of the hill.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, I'm definitely impatient about people leaving. Leaving on time, like about things like that shit low key bothers me.
Yeah.
And I think my wife has picked up on it because she used to get dressed, but also I understand that like once y'all have kids, it's a lot of energy to get dressed.
Carlos,
and there's a lot of distraction.
This is crazy coming from you. I know you my whole life. You have never been on time to anything, like ever.
That's not that bad,
bro. When Grandma passed, we were waiting outside of families for an hour for you.
How are you gonna put him on blast about Grandma?
Because what we're not gonna do is in this podcast lie. What we're not
gonna do is
with your family.
I'm trying to think. When the
You
fuck
know
did
what
we
I
eat at
know?
families?
Thank you for that.
Oh, I do remember that.
I was pissed.
Yo, that's circumstance. That wasn't the same. Bro, I was at the golf course and then somebody was
you were putting. You weren't even playing.
No.
You You were getting shots
No, I
up.
went to play. I really went to play. I got up early. Yeah.
He had to alleviate some stress.
You might be right now that I think
I
about
know
it.
I'm right.
I think my daughter was practicing.
I know exactly what was going on.
Yeah, I think
you're
that's
capping. Big sombrero.
Yeah. That's
Big
one instance.
sombrero.
That's one instance. You're right. He's right. But don't let
You're
Thanksgiving and Christmas
No,
I should be
those are,
late.
no one's. No, you're good on that. One, also Thanksgiving's at your house. If you're late, there's yeah.
No, but I've been late to your spot too, like on
Yeah,
Christmas.
but also the food's already there. No one's late.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like,
If it's at my house, we eat when I want.
and in my mind, I'm like, yo, I'm about to be here for 4 hours. Like,
That's what I'm saying. No,
you know, like, let me-
I don't count holidays as being late. Like,
Okay.
that's crazy to me. Like, yeah, did we start late? Maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly, but I can also just eat this food whenever I want. I'm not waiting for one specific
I got
person.
3 days to eat
You're
this
not the patriarchy of this family, respectfully. Like we're not just waiting for you solo. Like yeah,
So okay, things you're impatient about that you know of. Road rage.
Oh yeah. I don't have road rage.
Do you
like,
blow your horn when people don't leave in the first 3 seconds?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No,
You
no.
waited.
I do have road rage, like in the sense of if people are rude or cut me off.
reactionary road
yes,
rage.
Yes.
Oh,
And
like,
dude.
fuck you.
No, literally. I had a guy flip me off on the way here.
Did he?
He was like driving erratic. I actually prayed for him because I was like, God, I pray for him and everyone around him because he
You're
like
a nice person.
he zoomed out
I've
on
never
me.
prayed for a nigga on the street.
No,
I'll double bird you.
no. I flipped him up and said, "Fuck you back." No.
And then pray for the niggas crazy.
hey, you know what? I respect the balance and the honesty.
Yeah.
She was like,
I'm not even
Hey, I
lying.
probably hit you with the grandma. Lord, forgive me.
Oh God.
she said, fuck you, dear Lord, look over this
No, I
man.
was like,
Clearly, he got
I
his
was like,
shit.
well, fuck you too. Oh Lord, let me
Shit, that's funny.
But no, like, so, you know, I snap. I'm a quick snapper, but I'm not impatient as far as, like, waiting in line because I just feel like we've been learning to wait in line since we were kids. That's what I always tell my students.
you're right.
Master this skill now. Wait in line because you're going to be waiting in line at the grocery store, at the post office, like, in the gas station line. Like, your whole fucking life is waiting in line. Roller coasters. So it's like, and I try to remember people are people. Everyone needs their turn. Yeah, it's frustrating when someone's taking forever, and inside I'm irritated and I'm this, but I'm like, whatever. They're up there handling business, and when it's my turn, I'm gonna handle my business and don't rush me, like, you know. But what am I impatient about? You know what it is? I'm most impatient about. I realize like I process things so fast. So sometimes when I'm working or giving directions or getting like tasks complete or whatever, and I'm working with other people, I'll like say the direction quickly or say the plan quickly, and then like if someone is like they need time. You know, most people need time to fucking process and think, and I'm impatient with that. I'm like, all right, like let's get to it. Like, and when I start a project, even like when I was moving, I'm like, once I start, I'm like, go, 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 go. And so I don't like I've learned to not expect people to work like that at my speed. Like I remember I was at Kendrick's house and we were like doing some redecorating, some reorganizing, chit-chatting, hanging out. And like, you know, before, like now we're friends, but before I've also like worked for him. He's hired me.
Right.
So I've also like, you know, just worked for him, and then we've done things to get projects together, and then like we've also just hung out as friends and redecorated and shit. So anyways, that was this time. And fucking like we're doing it, we're hanging up lights, we're fucking moving furniture. I brought like this dresser I found from the thrift store. We're like, you know, we're doing it, but I'm like in my zone, right?
I'm just imagining in my head that I don't want no parts of that person.
And
I'm letting her get her shit off. You go.
And you know what I'll say? Like, I noticed the difference in how like Kendrick handled me versus my husband. Like my husband is very like was like more snappy, and Kendrick's more like, yo, lady, like ease up. You know what I mean? And at one point I found myself like, I guess I must have like bossed him around too much. Like literally. I
just get out the way. I just, you know, I've learned.
Tell me what you need.
No, like we were like working together, like, you know, but then like he went and I went to go do something or get something, and then when I came back he was like sitting down. I mean, mind you, this is his house. We're just like hanging out and he's just like sitting down, and I'm like, what are you doing sitting down? Like, let's like, and he was like, lady, like you need to chill.
This was a casual thing.
Yeah, like we went. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it's like if we get something done, we get something done. But if we don't, it's cool.
And I have no like that.
The way that he said that is true.
He literally.
I feel him though.
He articulated it perfectly, but I have no like awareness. I'm like, we must complete the fucking
Sunday.
task.
Tomorrow we got another day.
Like
I don't have work.
One of my favorite phrases is that's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Yeah,
I got a girl at my job that be like, "Oh, that's Monday's problem." I'm like, and then when I do my assessment, I'm like, she's kind of right.
Exactly.
I don't need it today.
It's not that big of a deal.
So yeah, I get impatient with like that, like being like, okay, slow down. We don't have to rush. What can we just finish today? What can we like put off tomorrow instead of like just horsing through it and getting frustrated? Others around me aren't on the same page.
That's a good trait though with some balance. As long as you have some balance, that's not like.
Well, yeah. Now, before I was like,
that's my thing, man. Like I feel like now that you said that, it just clicked to me. Like, like what silently like burns my gets my fire burning. Yo, people that don't try.
Oh, lack of initiative.
Yeah, like not even just initiative. Initiative means that like you're trying without knowing. Mm-hmm. Right, okay. But I know motherfuckers where I was like, yo, let me tell you what we do, like my job. Let me tell you what our job is. Oh, I don't know if I can do that. Did you read the description when you applied? Like, yo, this is what we do. You know what I mean?
Like, how are you here?
Fam, I wish I could tell people where I worked at without like feeling.
No,
but there's a bar. Remind me, because it's the funniest shit I can say tonight that I can't say here. But it was the craziest thing because what you just said, somebody was like, you know, general sense of what I do. Yeah. Somebody was like, well, what is it though? In general, it's like, how does it work? It's like
that's the last thing you want to hear from somebody in your profession.
Yeah, literally.
How does this whole thing work? I was like, yo, what the
fuck? I will let you know. I would be calling somebody. This gentleman is here, and he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, and
where my tax money's been going.
Yeah. I think what gets me, maybe not like patience. I think I'm pretty good because you need patience with my job. But the thing is, I'll say kind of to shift it a little bit. What gets me that like probably irritates me the most in general, I talk a lot. I think words have very much power. I don't mind if you misspell or misuse a word, but I hate when people mislabel things, like mislabel their approach to conversations. Like, you know what bothers me? Like at work, when someone goes, well, "Hey, you folks ready?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to order." 39 questions followed. You weren't ready to order. You should have told me you had questions. Because to her point of process, I'm thinking like, all right, I'm going to get this order. I'm going to do da-da-da. But now, I got to answer these dumbass questions that, you know what I'm impatient about? You know what I'm impatient about?
Still get his shit off. Here we go. Let's hear it.
This is what pisses me off. The public school system has failed so many people.
Complete 180.
No. And the words of Vince, and the words of Vince Staples, niggas don't read all right anymore. Bro, I work in a place that has a Bible. You'll figure it out, but I'm not going to say. They have a Bible-sized menu. One of the most descriptive things I've ever seen in my life. People will see the food. Like, people will be like, Chipotle chicken sandwich. Cool. Full description. Get the sandwich. And be like, well, I read the description. It didn't say there was Chipotle in it. Nigga, the name of the dish is a Chipotle. And you think I'm playing. This is a regular occurrence.
I don't think you're playing.
The public schools, no child left behind has done so bad of things. Because I'm like, every day I realize there are people. Working the job I have now made me realize just because you finish college, you're educated, you're not smart.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
A lot of people just have good attendance. That's what I'm impatient about. Is that I know that the idea of the world is that you're smarter than me, but you're really not.
Yeah.
You're not, and I don't think I'm smart, but I'm at least observant.
And you have common sense. Where is the common sense?
That's a real thing.
You know, you just blew my mind when you said initiative is trying without knowing. I thought that was trying. I'm like, I thought you just, aren't like, that's like, I'm like, when you see something that needs to be done, I realize like that's just how I operate.
Yeah, you assume that it needs to be done.
Well, when you see something that needs to be done, you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Right.
like it's there, and like, especially if we're like, not like chilling, like the dishes. I'm talking like if we're working, we're trying to complete something.
Yeah, like,
But the danger.
Exactly, whether it's work or team or whatever. I'm
But
like,
the danger of that, though, is
but that's not how everyone operates.
There we go.
And
Because you start having an expectation
and
that other
that's
people are
why
supposed to know.
So that even as I've admitted that's what I'm impatient about, I still didn't realize that I was like, oh.
I have an expectation that
That-
people all recognize this, and I'm the only one that's like saying I can do it.
And it's not, and I guess it is. Maybe it comes natural to some people, or it's a skill you build, or like anything, over
Yeah.
time. That's something I try to talk to with my daughter. Like, bro, get your head in the game. Like,
Yeah, but we assume I
you
get mad too.
know?
I have to
Yeah.
check myself. You know how many times I said I was going to take TV away for a week and she was playing golf
Yeah.
like shit, or like just give me lack of effort?
my bad, King
Same.
Richard.
And I was like, oh, I got to teach this. No, I know, but you need, but
Literally.
it happens.
so hard the follow through sometimes.
I need to get you like a dog or something that just like will bring you joy, but also like like take away from your peace of mind. Like nigga just
Bruh.
chewed on my shoe again.
But I love you so much.
see, that's why I know you're an only child. Because I have a younger sibling, and for the first 18 years
That
of my
love is
life,
different.
yeah, but he did the same shit.
You
No one can violate your space like a sibling.
That's very
No one,
true.
like me and you we don't even argue. Me and Miles have got an argument so bad.
Yeah, but you don't. But when have you ever protected Miles?
I've got to protect Miles before. Miles talks. Like, yeah, he can fight. Now he can fight now. But he's always been, because he's usually quiet. When you get him there, he says a lot of slick shit. And I don't know, growing up, if he could identify when, like, that was going to lead to violence. Because he's a big kid, and he can handle himself. But there's times where I have to look at him and be like, hey, what you worry about? Like, what's going on right now is going to lead to somewhere.
Yeah.
We can handle this. But is it necessary right now? Like, I've had to protect him from himself.
Yeah.
A lot of the times. And that's like, yeah.
I think, like, as someone who has children and a sibling,
They're the same?
It is I always call my little sister my first baby. It is a very, like,
I'm trying
similar
to see if I'm gonna
sense.
shoot you bail based off of her statements right now.
It's a very similar sense of responsibility, of love, of protection, of especially if like a lot of people are helping raise their younger siblings or taking on more of those responsibilities. It is different, obviously, in ways, but yeah, I can absolutely.
The two things that a younger sibling
I can see
teaches
it.
you, I feel like, is one, you're not used to just having a whole other random nigga in your space all the time. That shit's annoying.
It gets you
no,
adjusted.
No. That's your father. You're in his space, actually. He's not in your space. I have you.
You tell me that's a mature adult sitting in there?
I love your dad.
But there's a
You
difference.
know
you
how
talk
much
to him, too.
and that's why I
But the
love
difference
him.
is, your
It's like
parents.
talking to a 13-year-old
He
kid with
reminds-
like
Hey.
prepubescent.
He reminds me of my tata. He reminds me of my grandfather.
That's
My
what I'm saying,
tata
yo.
gives no fuck.
But the
Been
difference
like that his
is,
whole
but
life.
here's the thing: your
Exactly.
father has higher stock in the house.
And the
me
same
and my
way to
brother got
everyone.
the same stock. Why are you talking to me crazy like you're higher than me?
I give you that.
Two, nothing
That's
teaches
very
you
observant
better.
of you to like. That was a really good one. Right
Yeah.
there. I can't even fucking
And
like touch
two,
that.
no one prepares you. You've never woke up one day and been like, you've never not liked somebody and loved them in the same moment.
Yeah, exactly.
There has been years where I didn't like my little brother. Every time I look at him, I was like,
But I don't
slapped
feel
the
like
shit
that
out
way about my kids though.
But
Not
no,
now. Not at this age.
Hey, wait for 13.
nah, you
Not
know
even that. It's
what?
probably like 30 something. You know what I mean? People I've seen that get in an argument with their parents like when they 20, 30 years old because now they know a little bit more now. You know,
Yeah.
maybe your mom was on some bullshit or something. Go ahead.
I don't know. I'm rocking with him because like me and my sister, you know what? We haven't talked in a minute. We had a little falling out and we both just haven't called each other, and it's been like
You would do that with your daughter
since
though?
October. No, I wouldn't go. Never.
But just like,
But my parent has with me. But my point to
but do you
that
still
is
love her?
exactly. And my point to that is, even though it's been that long since we talked, if she called me right now and said, "I need you," I would come. She would. That's it. If something happened, if someone laid hands on her, it would be a fucking rap. Like there's, you know what I mean. So like
I got
that.
family members like that.
That like.
But you don't live with them.
and
They're
yeah,
not just in your space.
I live with Richard.
and they experience life with you. They know
Yeah,
stuff.
it's a
Your
shared
siblings
experience
know
also.
almost more than anybody else in your life, more than your parents, more than your
Yeah,
kids,
they know.
more than your spouse.
Like, think
There's
about
some
it.
shit your
I've spent
sibling-
more time with you than anyone you've ever known in your life besides your parents. And, and Miles is definitely, and like, I'm older. Me and you are like older. We've been alive longer.
How
And
old
I've-
are you?
I'm 31 next month.
Okay.
So I've spent the most time with you compared to probably anyone you know. Like, yeah, because I was around before Richard and everything. And think about that. And even with that, as much time as we spent together, me and Miles have spent 3 times that, and he's 8 years younger than you.
I would argue you're.
Slept
I would
together,
argue.
right?
I would argue you're
Yeah.
right on that because. Whew, that's a tough experience now that I think about that. 13 with a sibling, I can only imagine how crazy that was. By the time I hit 13, 14, like our frequency of hanging out, like
You've never got
significantly
snitched. You've never
reduced.
done nothing in the house and got snitched on when you got away with it.
Literally.
What are you talking about? We used to fuck with him all the time and we got in trouble.
No,
And it was
I'm
only
just
me and you that was just like, yo, who else is gonna fuck with him like this? You know. So I had a feeling of what not
Yeah.
not in the trenches
Yeah.
on every day, but I felt it. You know.
Miles was snitching on me about shit I had already got away with. I said, bro, that was 2 months ago. Why are we tattletailing
Ooh,
now?
never dealt with that.
Bro, you want to, bro?
different.
You want to know
Yeah,
Miles?
like
that's
black-
different.
One time,
like blackmail.
That's different.
You want, and you don't understand
I'll
the
kill him.
psychological lengths your sibling will take you. Because my dad wouldn't let me hit him growing up, like all the times. My mom and your mom,
crazy 'cause
my
you
mom and your
bigger
mom
than
didn't give a shit. Your mom would make me hit him, but
Give him one.
But I was Miles is something. And my dad protected him. You know what type of psychological shit your siblings make you do? You know what I did? I went upstairs. I cut all the aglets off his shoes.
What's that? What's
The tips of your shoelaces. Every last one of them.
How do you know the name of that?
I think you did it as a random
I
fact
know,
one
but I
time.
still forgot.
Literally.
That's just funny as
Bruh.
fuck.
Because no one will push you. Like, your sibling makes you a
I'm
psychopath.
not-
what
we
do you-
went on a cruise and I fucking literally almost lost it. Pushed her out of the fucking cruise cabin. Okay, like
You ever look at someone at 8 a.m. and been like, I'd murder you if I had those
no,
opportunities."
God, no, not to that extent.
Not
Gee.
that, but I'm like, I look at like my like having a sibling is like at any moment you just look at them and for no reason you'd be like, I smack the shit out you right
Yeah.
now.
But I love you so much.
I love you. If someone else did it, I'd kill them.
I fades,
but
yeah.
if you breathe too loud, if you
annoys
breathe too loud,
me.
I'm gonna smack the shit out you. You don't think about that with your kids.
And you know what's crazy is like
Hold up. Hold up, big dog.
you will still fight as
Marvin
grown
Gaye's dad
adults,
is into the chat.
right? We're no long gone. As grown adults, you will still sometimes argue with your siblings like you're little ass kids, like over like what to watch or like, and then you're like bickering like you're fucking
That is
8
true.
years
Because
old
the
again.
way your mom and my mom
The
fight,
dynamic-
They are 12
The
years old.
dynamic,
Yeah.
the dynamic.
That's a real
is-
thing.
No, literally. So
I
whenever
say it myself every
you
time. It's like
stay
this
in that
is
certain
deep-rooted shit that
year.
ain't got nothing to do
Bro,
with me.
bro. I
Like y'all staying, yeah. This is
Bro.
16-year-old,
Yes,
my mom,
Yes.
and 12, whatever old your
They
mom
trigger
was.
each other and bring it out.
Our
Yeah.
parents haven't lived in El Central in 50 years. They argue like they still live off Dogwood in El Central.
man.
I'm like,
It's not just them though. It's any other families I've seen.
No,
I just-
but
it's all siblings.
It's so funny when they're like,
It's
don't argue
siblings.
with your sibling, be mature, all this shit. And I'm just like,
That's who you
were
can be
name
the-
calling a 45-year-old woman a minute ago.
your sibling, yeah, that's the shit where you can get all the bets off.
That's so crazy that people go through that.
Yeah.
Next one I got is having a sugar daddy cheating.
Are you
What
in
do
a
you mean?
relationship?
Huh?
Are you in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship, but then like, you got somebody that likes to pay for things for you.
It sounds like a job to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a source of income.
I'll say that.
All of a sudden, making money's cheating. I mean,
Making money.
I fuck with the video.
That was fire.
That was a bar.
Let me-
That was
let me-
fire.
making money
That was-
shit.
yeah, I will. That's
I'm
crazy.
never gonna get a husband. Kidding, kidding, guys.
I'm not gonna lie. That was some of the most fire toxic shit I've ever heard in my life. That is fine. Because I know if I would have heard, like, if I was in mid argument with the female and she said that shit in the same tone,
It will pull you for a second.
I would be like,
Let's
damn,
go,
she really got.
Let's
and I'd
go
be like,
spend this money, daddy.
like, she walks away and you'd be like, damn,
You want to
I
go?
let her
If I'm
get that
about to
off.
fly, if I'm about to fly you out to an all
And he's not even
inclusive,
hitting.
all
See, that's what I was gonna say.
inclusive,
He's not hitting.
you wouldn't
He's
ball out.
older. Real sugar daddy.
Would you go on on sugar daddy's dime? let's say would you go out and have a good time and enjoy
Let's
that
say
money?
the nigga was really fine. Was like, yo, I'm gonna take your girl out for a little bit, take her shopping and shit like that.
Don't worry, I'll send her back with some bread.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy it.
I have
it.
a homegirl who just went to Vegas, lied to the sugar daddy that she was.
Oh,
with.
so she has a sugar daddy.
She had her and one of our other friends. They went to Vegas. He was giving money to gamble. They were barely gambling.
She had a dude too?
No, her home. Like my homegirl and another one of her homegirls. They spent time with old boy. Came home.
Wait. I got questions. She's 31 too?
She's 31.
How old is he?
I want to say in his 50s. I didn't really check, but I seen a picture
That's
though.
a real sugar daddy.
If anybody out there is listening,
I think
all of our audience, I'm so sorry. I just felt the Holy Spirit come down. If anybody out there is listening, they want, you already know it's coming. And they feel compelled to be my sugar daddy. And we do not have to be sexually intimate. We can be friends.
Oh my God.
I have a lot of skills and interest.
Oh,
I
7 episodes.
619.
Hey man, I'm playing.
I would be honest. You're way too assertive to be a sugar baby.
Oh.
He's gonna be chilling in the crib.
Hey.
You're gonna be like,
No.
you gotta be docile.
Hey,
Well,
later
I
daters, there was a dude on it. He like, I like to be talked to like this.
No, you turn into a different. Nah, you turn into a different woman when a man is making you feel a type of way. So that's why, like,
Usually the
soften
sugar daddies
you.
get treated like shit. They like that.
No,
Low-key,
no.
yeah, but it gives the illusion of a relationship. Like because I'll say this, if the sugar daddy, if he just needed a chick to be around, he could just pay for an escort, have a chick that's just around for the bag. But if he's continuously enjoying your company, I feel
If
like
he
there
wants
is
to fuck, then he'll just get an escort.
You know what's funny
But
though?
when they want actual like conversation and
Yeah.
that's what it is. Sometimes it's just time
generation-
spent, conversation, interest.
And Mark's generation, I'll say that right now, will not be sugar daddies. They've already started on these new
they're
young
done.
dudes already.
Oh, bro, I
The
can't be a
current
sugar
30 to 40-year-old men, we grew up with too much toxicity
Yeah.
in our music. With like Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Eminem.
What do you mean? You guys don't even want to pay for dinner?
Yeah,
of course you guys.
we're not gonna be
sugar
sugar
daddy.
daddy.
What
But
we're not
they
gonna
knew
do is act like y'all didn't ask for equality, and then equality happened, and now you mad about chivalry.
See, you see
Okay.
what happened? He's part of that
That's-
group. He's part of that
no.
group.
No,
There's
seriously, I
never
believe-
gonna be a sugar
I
daddy.
believe-
Never gonna be a
Even
sugar
that
daddy.
last statement he said went in this ear and went out the other.
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
I'm touching that. Like, I believe you guys should have enough money to pay for your own damn food.
Yeah, whatever. I've already said, like, you know, it's about like investing my time, my spirit, my energy, my vibe. It's not about necessarily the transaction isn't monetary. It's not your dollar for my dollar. Like sometimes
Okay.
it's your. I've said this before in this pod. You're investing in the experience of enjoying time together with me.
All right.
And
I
and
got a
I'm
question
sorry
for that.
you know
Can
that
men
ain't
do
always
that?
free.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what if
I think
I'm the
that
vibe?
like.
Can men do that?
I
Only
think
reason why I
that,
asked,
like-
right? I don't want you to think I'm challenging
No,
you.
no.
I seen a dude do this, and he got mad at a girl. So I want to know if you
I
think men
think
can do
that
it.
no, I think that like as you're dating and there should be times where we're exchanging that we're like it's like
Okay.
now I'm providing that experience
That's
for
fine.
you.
Okay.
In fact, I always will either offer or insist to pay on the third date if I make it with the guy. And actually, my date I always take them to. I'm just gonna give it up. Down there in Golden Hill, what is that little place where you cook the food yourself?
Korean barbecue?
No, it's this little like looks like a little has a piano bar, surf and turf grill, the surf and turf club,
Oh, the Turf Club.
the turf club.
Oh, yeah,
Have you
I have some coworkers that
It's
work there. It's fire.
dark and it has the cool old.
No, that's your
fire.
spot where you
it's
take them?
cool.
Hey, why she smiling at me like I said? That's her move.
That's crazy. That's
Isn't
crazy.
that a cool date?
Oh,
though?
no, great
With-
bag.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm gonna use it.
Great, but exactly.
Hey, that brings up another thing. Are you okay?
And I'm willing to pay for it because I enjoy that
Do you
experience
tell
too.
men that you taking other men there?
Absolutely not.
Would you feel away if she did tell you that?
No,
I don't think I'd be mad at
I'm
you.
just
Why would
saying,
I,
no.
I would never be like.
But I wouldn't be
yeah,
mad if you said like I've been there
but you
before.
gotta
But
remember
I said like
though,
this
I'm
is
in
my
the
go-to spot.
Yeah.
You made it to
It's too
third
late.
date?
Cat's out of the bag
Yeah.
now. So if
I-
anybody
I'm-
comes back and listens to
You
this,
already
they
know
know.
what's happening.
He's
Yeah,
like,
like-
yo, didn't you say this on episode 210 that you
I
go
promise. Oh
See,
God, I got
it's
you.
different for me though because I work in the industry. So like, if you meet a girl that also works in the industry, you have to humble yourself because if you go somewhere and she knows somebody who works there, because she's probably going to know somebody who works there, because the industry, even though it's big, it's small. You always have to ask yourself these two questions. Did they work together, or did they sleep together? And it might be yes to both, but guess what? I ain't worried about it.
That's
you know what I mean? You got to humble yourself go enough, like, at least in like the women who are in my field, you have to think, like, you're like, damn, are they friendly? Or were they more? And you just got to go. And I mean, that could be any interaction with a man and woman, but I know specifically where I, like, in the industry I work in, it's a lot of crossover.
Oh, like even,
and you
with
just
club promoters and shit too, huh?
Yeah,
Bro?
I mean, nah, that's if you know if you full double arm hug the club promoter or multiple when we show up, I'm done.
You probably even see the
You're
interactions
dramatic.
in the store of the industry people.
You're dramatic.
No, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm 31 now. My cousin used to be a club promoter. I was getting in the clubs in San Diego at 19. I've seen it. I retired that jersey at 25 because I saw it early. I was like, and there's and this isn't necessarily like the women, but like it's just nasty work out there. Like that scene is nasty.
But there's two things. So one, like I've worked in the industry. My husband worked at multiple clubs and restaurants in downtown. You know, he worked at Your Fortune, Bang Bang, Habibi, like, you know, a bunch of spots. So, and I've also worked, and so it is dark, it's nasty. Like I said, he was cheating on me. Hella was cheating on me and taking full advantage of working at these spots, and you know what I mean. Like, and even when I was in that scene, I was like, oh, I can see how you can get caught up in it. My girlfriend who worked in the scene, she told me, be careful, don't get caught up in that shit. Be careful about your man. But on the other hand, there's someone like me when I was on a good run, like before I had my daughter, and you know, they knew me out of spot every day of the week. Me and my roommate, every day of the week. I knew the bouncers, the bartenders, the DJs, the promoters, their teams, their crew, like the photographer. And I wasn't fucking, on God, I wasn't fucking any of them. But that's because I'm that kind of person who's friendly, approachable, talking. Like, so you're going to see people, like, and that's why I say sometimes men have a hard time being with me, because no matter where I go, a lot of times, there's going to be men, women that are going to, like, come up to me, give me a big hug.
But
so you can't always assume, like,
no, but I think,
but you're like,
I'm sorry.
You know, like, you can't always assume, like, oh, she gave him a big hug, she's fucking him. Nah, dog, I went to fucking elementary school with him, or born and raised in the city, industry or not, you know what I mean? It's just like, yes, that's our experience, but then that's how you, like, start to pigeonhole or stereotype or make blanket statements on women. And that's dangerous. It takes women out of the dating pool for you, and it makes women it makes women lose respect for you, because they're like, you're putting that on me, and it ain't even like that. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I do think a big part of what you said, though, does agree to the part I was saying, though. You were in the industry, so the point of view would be different from that. Like, the guy viewing you, because there's a reason to know you. If you work at H&R Block and you have a spot every night, regardless if you're the guy or the girl, I'm gonna judge that a little bit.
But at this point, I wasn't, because
that's like the.
I was just in my 20s. I was just.
And you're outside that much.
Yeah, I was outside.
And that's
working 2 jobs though.
Yeah, okay, and that's my thing. Is like, if you're outside that much, 22? There's gonna be judgment with being outside that much.
Really, at 21, 22?
I mean, if I'm 21, 22, I see your point in the age thing, and that's valid. But I just
I don't think I ever commented on people not being outside at 21.
No, that's what I'm saying. The age is a factor.
I was outside too. I was like, yo, why are you not outside? Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Why are you not?
Yeah, like, where you
I would say, all right, valid. 100%. Yeah, you're 100% around that point. If you're 21, 22, that's totally different. If
you probably started becoming self-conscious about being outside probably about 26.
I think that's the exact point. Yeah, I think that's the exact time.
Not saying like you wasn't, because I was still outside, but it was like, I ain't gotta be out every weekend.
I'll say this: I turned 26 during the pandemic. You got to sit down. Like, we've sat down. I think people should, like, when you're my age now and you're outside, like, continuously.
Wait, what is your definition of outside?
If you're,
I understand.
If you're in these streets 3 days a week,
what is in the streets? So like going to like a bar, a club, a restaurant.
I think the vibe determines outside. Okay. Like if you're just going to the
I
local
go to a spoken word on a Tuesday. I go to an open mic on a Wednesday. I go to I go downtown and have dinner and drinks on Thursday. Friday I go R&B music. Saturday I go like to have drinks and brunch.
3 days of drinks is
Am I outside?
3 days of drinks outside.
Okay, so that's okay.
The spoken word, that's just touching earth.
Is outside.
Yeah.
I'm 4 times.
I'm asking people. I kind of like that. That kind of like 3 days of drinking.
Yeah, you're like
that
and not even necessarily being in environments where the alcohol is like prevalent.
You personally drinking.
No. But if say you don't drink, but you're in the club 3 days a week, you're still outside.
Really?
You're outside.
I'm giving you 4.
Because I'm not a big drinker.
Oh no, but I'm outside. But
I'll be going
in a 30-day span. If you go out 4 times.
You're outside.
That's outside.
I
don't even go outside like that.
You have kids.
Again, that's what I'm saying though.
I don't know. 4 days might be wild. What about a holiday weekend? You knock out 2 days.
But hey, wait. I'm telling you that at 35, and I'm also telling you that as somebody who was 26, because it was like, yo, I would spend $130 like per night. I know. So that if I'm spending $500 a month. Like going outside times 12, I'm spending a significant amount of money. That's outside, dog.
I can go outside for free.
No, I know that's fine. As a woman, you can say that.
I can have a whole night.
As a man who's paying,
multiple clubs.
You ain't gotta flex on us, right? That's weird flex. Weird flex.
I didn't know any girls that do it. I didn't have sugar mama.
Time out. She just gave me this whole soliloquy about how supposed to respect women. She said, "I got my whole night cop."
But
broke ass. Broke motherfuckers.
Hey, hold on. And I know I'm gonna get in trouble today. But what bothers me, they'll be like, I'm broke. You done had your whole night paid for free, not you personally. I'm like, I'm just trying to survive.
But I will say to that, I will never go outside expecting for a free night and not having at least like what's in my pocket.
Okay.
And what I know. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm going outside for 2 fucking beers because that's what I got. But I'm not a big drinker. I want to be in the environment. Sometimes I'm like,
you don't even know it's like.
Sometimes I'm like, I'm going outside to do something free. But then somebody invites me to go somewhere else, and they're like, oh,
I'll never have that mentality.
I want to revise. Oh, sorry.
So no. So yeah, like, but then it ends up being I just end up in the right place, right time, right people. But then I have nights where whoever's with me. It ends up being I got it that night sometimes, you know. So it's not like I go out. I want to make it clear. It's not like I go out like fucking no purse. Like I got it tonight.
See where life takes.
Like I'm a fucking predator.
I want to revise a previous statement.
Yes, sir.
If I want to, I'm going to stick to everything I said about hugging the guy at the door two-handed. If you only have the money for the Uber there and back, I stand by my statement. She's 100% right. I should not pigeonhole myself with certain thinking. But if you only have enough for the Uber there and the Lift back, I'm doubling down.
And actually, just over there because we can get her right back.
Exactly. See,
rent was due yesterday. You got to spend your last
Sorry,
60
ladies.
on Uber ride. Don't spend this last 60 on this Uber ride. Don't do
all
that.
Jokes, guys. Just jokes.
All right, here we go.
She really learned me. And then hit with the, I ain't got to pay for nothing outside.
Yeah.
I was like,
hey, when I did the math, she's like, oh, sir.
She said, $500. She said, wait, and wasn't Chris Tucker with in Russia? $50 million. Who do you think you kidnapped Hillary Clinton?
I was like, bro, I wouldn't go outside more than 4 times either. Good God.
Shit.
She said, fuck. She's
I
like,
ain't got no extra money.
And that's
you're saying for a UCRV payment a month.
Oh, God.
Hey, but think about it. Like, real shit, though,
That
right?
ain't in the budget.
130. Even if I touch 100, I gotta give a $10 tip now to whoever the bartender was. That's what gets you there, right? Second to that, if I like a girl or whatever, I gotta buy you 2 drinks. So when she said, "Oh, I'm going out for 2 beers," most dudes is like times 2, whatever number you think you out there for. Like, I'm gonna get about 4 or 5 drinks. That means you probably gonna get about 3 or 4 if you really out here searching.
Hey, you know, this is funny. Karl, you'll feel this. I don't know if he'll be able to.
Not even searching. Sometimes you just run into. I'm a good time. You just run in. You're talking.
No,
and then,
you're a good time. I gotta pay for the good time. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Hey,
I get what you saying.
No,
Talk your
she's
shit.
right.
But I gotta pay for that
Hey, you
good
know what's
time.
funny? No one's ever a good
Is it
time.
not worth it, nigga?
I'm not mad.
Hey,
I'm just telling you that
good
our
times,
perspective
good
is
times
different.
be expensive somehow.
Yeah.
I never have a fun. I never have a free fun good time.
Yeah,
Really.
I've never went to an amusement park and never spent money.
No, hey, you know the word? Hey, I'll say this. We get a little
How's it
vulnerable
going?
at a younger age. I was thinking this. I went to because I told you I went to PV yesterday for the first time in probably 6
where'd you go?
years. Flamingo Deck and then Tavern.
Oh,
my
cool.
my homegirl works at Tavern though, so a lot of our
Remember
bill
that
got comped.
place still
Yeah,
that's cool.
it was dope.
I love that.
I remember looking at Flamingo Deck and I was like, I wasn't really in the mood. I was at work and stuff, and a bunch of my friends went out. And there was a couple of people there, a couple of cute girls, and I was thinking to myself, like, I'm going to keep to myself, whatever. But I was like, damn, I remember being like 25, knowing I had like a $70 budget to go out, and like, I had money to get home and go out, but like, where I'm at is like $70, I'm like, as a man, I'm like, damn, you ever too broke to even holler at somebody?
Damn.
Like, I'm like, because like, the worst thing you can do is catch a vibe, and that bill comes.
That's real.
And I remember being younger. I saw this one dude. She got up and he was counting cash in his pocket, and I knew why he was counting. I know that face. Like she done ordered this. I got water.
He was doing the math.
He was trying to break it down. He had that like I'm gonna have to catch the bus home face. Like
I'm gonna have to catch the bus.
You could have come with a little discount. You could show them the homie love.
Hey, bro. Hey, we all gotta learn something while. So I just remember sitting there yesterday.
That's real.
I was like, damn. He was young. He had to be like 22, 23. I'm like, oh, he'll remember this forever. He gonna budget better next time.
Shit.
Or he gonna keep to himself.
You have to go through it though. Just
I be there with I did it with my kids sometimes. Like we ain't getting no soda, no juice today. Water. So I'm within the budget just in case I need wiggle room.
I knew shit was tight. My mom told me, she was like, I remember growing up, she was like, oh, soda, like no soda, you can only drink lemonades. And I remember one time we were sitting there, she asked for an extra cup. She poured half my lemonade in my brother's cup. I was like, he didn't even ask for this.
He don't even like this.
Like,
exactly.
you better share with your brother. Oh, we broke. I was like, yeah, it's true. We broke. It's fine.
Yeah.
But you should have just told me from beforehand.
Oh, you know my kids. Yeah.
You know,
They got it.
All right, so I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. We are living together and very in love. We discussed marriage before and are on the same page about it. Oh, this is gonna be a crazy one now. I think about what we just got.
I'm sorry.
I've been with my girlfriend for 3 years. We are living together and very much in love. We've discussed marriage before and are on the same page about it. I'd like to propose to her because there's no reason to wait when we both know we want to marry each other. The problem is I really don't have a lot of money and my girlfriend has a good salary. I brought this up to her the other day and said that I know she makes more and has more in her bank account than I do for now, but we'll eventually have a joint bank account. He didn't even say he was going to get better. We just going to share your shit. That's what he basically said. I asked if she would pay for her own engagement ring. I thought this made a lot of sense and wouldn't be a problem. Shit, I was wrong. My girl seemed really offended by this and said that she wouldn't fully buy her own ring. I don't get this. It's going to be all of our money anyway. So why would it matter who pays for the ring? She's been kind of distant with me, and I'm wondering if my request was really so wrong. Am I on the wrong?
Y'all go first.
I think the way he asked is wrong. I know females who have helped pay for their engagement.
Yeah.
Like it's not because also
Absolutely.
like especially like what they say you spend 3 months salary. That's like the normal thing. You like the
put money down.
But also it's
picked
like
it out together.
If your girl and she's aware of your financial standing, but she has a certain ring in mind. She's gonna want the ring more than she cares that you don't have the money for it. So she'll help pay for it. Like if you don't have the bread for that, I've seen women do that. Now you might have to pay your girl back at some point during it. But like I know one of my homegirls, she put the down payment on her ring. It was like $5,000. And her man before the wedding.
How long were they together? And did they have kids?
4.5 years, like about 4 years. And that's the thing. I feel like this. I understand what he's saying. I think he presented it wrong. I think in his mind he's like, if we're a team, why does this matter? Like if it's like the true team aspect, if you love me, I love you, we're supposed to be building this together. Why is this one bill for something that you're going to be able to flaunt that I'm never going to be able to flaunt? Like, why is it a big deal if I'm asking you to to add to this? Now, asking her to buy it outright is crazy. I'm gonna throw that one out there. Like, to fully ask your girl to pay for her ring is absolutely wild. But I understand what he's thinking. It's just never gonna fly. He's never gonna be able to get that shit off. But I can understand. I think he presented it horribly.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I think like there could be a bigger talk because like I don't think there's any difference in that and then like, okay, we're gonna put it together to get a house. Like, it's still a us thing. You know what I mean? Now, like, I understand the engagement has a different significance, but I like on the base of this is ours. He has a point, but he presented it so shitty. It's not gonna matter at that point. Like, you didn't even give her a chance to think about what you're saying because you just said, "I'm broke. We gonna have joint accounts anyway. Why don't you pay for it?" Horrible logic. Horrible game plan.
Horrible way to get it off.
Yeah, got it nasty.
I'm gonna keep my shit simple and I'm gonna let you rock.
I'm still thinking, yeah.
You gotta do it because there's another dude that will.
Facts.
Mic drop low key.
That's the simplest.
High key.
That's the simplest thing I can
High
put to you
fucking key.
right now. Your girl is look, young man. Your girl's looking at you like you're not a catch right now. And so if you can't just go ahead and scrape a little job together and get some money or whatever,
From your homie, your dad, whoever.
yeah, you got to do it because
they got lab tested diamonds, lab created diamonds. Cut the market in half.
And he said they 24 and
Exactly.
25. They
Give me
real
a
young to
holdover
get
ring.
married. So that means that like in 10, like she could still in 10 years meet somebody and start all over again. She has time on her time clock right now in terms of like wanting to have kids and all this other shit. You can always have time for love, but I'm saying that like if she wanted to settle down, get married, have kids or whatever, like you're running the risk at 25 with her having a good job. Somebody's gonna find her, and even if she didn't have a good job, niggas will do it. We just got done talking about that. When I go out, I'm preparing to ×3 my shit.
Yeah.
Somebody's already prepared to take care of this girl already.
I think, yeah, it's just the wild.
You know what?
You're gonna find out how much she likes you.
I think that, and I'm glad you're saying all this because I come across a lot of men, I think, who have that same mind frame. And I think it's just, and not to like generalize men or say you're a type of man, but I think like in general, men, just like, you know, women think one way, men think another. Men, it's very logical. And even like, once again, like transactional. You're right. Like the math makes sense. Like we should be building as a team. And if eventually all of this money is going to swell together and maybe I got it now and partnership is, I got it now, you got it later. However, I think like when it comes to building relationships and commitments and like trust and investment and like solidarity, like it's not just about the math, and that doesn't take away say you don't love me, and that doesn't mean that it's a gold digger. It's the fact that it's more about like sentiment and commitment, and those are actually, and money plays a huge thing in relationships. We know it's the number one divorce, but those are the things that actually keep you together, the sentiment, the commitment. And so I think that like, yes, we could definitely have a conversation where it's like, hey, can you front me this, or can we go together, but you put it on the card, I'm going to pay you back. But it's another thing. I had a homegirl who, they got engaged quick, and she was in a better position. Both entrepreneurs, both had additional jobs. She's a great saver, always been. She had racks. I'm not going to put her business out there. She had racks saved up for other things. Decided to get married. Met someone, decided to get married suddenly, ended up paying for most of the wedding. Upwards of 10 G's, up closer to 20. You know, like, she was the one paying for the wedding. However, you know, he got her the ring. He did what he had to do to get the ring. He made moves to be able to give it to her. But she started to pay for the wedding, and that brought a lot of, like, a little bit of resentment and a lot of, like, and then he's putting money into his business. And he's putting money and he's going out. And then all she's thinking is, well, how committed are you to me? Because you're committed to your business. You're putting extra money into that. She's an entrepreneur too, so she understands the value. You're putting money here, but you're not willing to put money into this wedding. You're not willing to invest in it. So I think that, like, and as a woman, you are looking for someone who is coming at you in a place where they are financially secure, but also mindful, so that approach.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, it can't be tick for tat. It's not it's all of our money. It's deeper than that, That's what I'm at.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, young man.
Someone else will do it.
But even what you're saying,
Yeah.
that is the thing, though.
Yeah.
No, you're
Like,
right.
like even like you said, the resentment and all that. Resentment comes from I deserve better. For real. It is. Resentment means like, yo, I deserved better, or I deserve better than what I was doing. And so when you have that resentment, it's like, yo, I'm gonna go find better.
I'm not being treated right.
Yeah. If not, then it's like, or maybe I deserve better, or if I don't, then you're not really having resentment at that point. You have remorse.
Yeah. Oh God.
I'm preaching. Look, 7
No,
episodes. I gotta
hey,
give it.
hey.
I'm giving them
All
all.
we got. All we got.
I'm giving it all.
Hey, my man should have just done. He should have just done the Hail Mary. Woke up on a Saturday. Woke up on a Friday afternoon. Looked at her and been like, trying to go to the courthouse. Lock her in before you get the ring, boys.
Yeah, dude. She said, nah.
Got no voice.
No.
You understood.
Hey,
Sign language.
I was like, she got to solve. I can get this one off.
he
Right
get
now.
the whole thing off about $1,300.
It was a thumbs down for me.
Courthouse $500. You can get an $800 ring, glass.
I'll take you. We go to Brigantine right by the
I got married at the
waterport.
courthouse.
Oh
But
no,
it
this
was
is no.
my idea.
I don't think there's anything wrong getting married
But
to
the
a
way you
courthouse.
said it,
100%.
Like you said, it really
Like
is
it's
the
a
way
getaway,
you
like
presented it.
Exactly, because like
Huge.
if you present it, you make her breakfast. You look at her like,
Reasonable woman.
You look at her and be like, "Hey, I've been thinking about this. I know you want this big wedding, but like,
We know
we
somebody
can
that
just
got
go to
married
the
at the
Okay,
courthouse."
sexy though.
But or you could be like, you look at her, and you go like, "Hey, get your shit on. Come on, we got somewhere to go." There's different ways to approach the situation.
Bitch, let's do this.
I've been in there though too, like
Hey, and the
turning
word
in
to
my
Jack
Grab
is,
your credit
we
card.
ain't getting no younger. We might as well. Jack and S got a shit. They said might as well. Like they was
Grab
like,
your
we ain't got
credit
shit.
card.
We ain't got shit else going on. Y'all, hey, women of my generation thought that was the most romantic song of all time.
I thought
I
you
love
were
that
saying
song.
the
That
most
song is
romantic thing in the
horrible.
world was going to the courthouse. I was like, yeah, that's
You know
kind of
what?
crazy.
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
Because
And we're gonna
look at
talk
the
about
perspective,
it.
it's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm like you, words matter. So we're gonna recap on that. I'm like, hold up, what you?
Hey, basically they said for 2.5 minutes, hey, we should just settle with each other, Clay.
No. Did you just ruin that song for me?
This song is horrible. I love Jagged Edge.
Damn.
All their songs are lies. Promise, lie.
Promise, I promise you I'm lying.
Think about it.
Making this promise to me and you. So why would we let this thing That
go?
remind me of drunk uncle too. Like he be lying.
Hey,
Uncle be lying.
Y'all ain't shit.
Have you seen Uncle and Auntie on Instagram? She got like he real
Yes.
and she got the little t-shirt. Oh, come
Sorry.
here, let me
Yes.
he be, hey, but he seemed like a solid dude.
No, hey, Promise will have you crying in the shower.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Or feeling like you in a music video. In the shower.
100%.
Yeah.
Bro, Jagged Edge, bro, walked out of heaven. You know how bad you got to F up to be like, yo, you was heaven sent, girl, and I fucked this up.
Feels
know
like I
what?
just
You're-
walked right out of heaven. Yeah.
Feeling like I just damn and throw my life
He
away.
did something.
baby.
He did something. Yeah, he's in trouble.
No. Then he brought the trauma in.
I
Like a
don't know
child
what
that's
to
lost
do.
at 7.
No.
You always got to talk about being
I don't
abandoned
know
as a
what
child.
to do.
You always
Get back right with you. Yeah, he hurt him. He hurt
You better
him.
put
He
this
fucked
shit-
up. He
You
fucked
better
up.
play all these songs
I will. I got
on
you.
this
I got
episode.
you. I got you.
And you ain't shit. You ain't gonna come in here day one and bust my motherfucking butt.
He's right though. I don't know what to do, but get back right with you mean that like yo,
You
I
fucked
fucked
up.
up somewhere. Yeah.
I'm telling you, when he brought up the childhood trauma, that was the song version of, you know what, go ahead and leave me like everyone in my life has. That's what he hit her with. That's what he hit
And
her
when you
with.
think about all
And
the
I
years
mean,
that we put in this relationship, he wasted her time for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he wasted her time for a long
Fuck
time.
Jagged Edge.
I just realized that. Yo.
Every time I come on here, we be doing like R&B song breakdowns. They was lying.
Meet me at the altar in your white dress. Like, yo, we been together too long. You don't even need no big ass wedding. Yo.
You know what? We ain't discussing no more.
That's
90s
crazy.
R&B.
That's crazy.
No, shut it down.
The best part of it is Rev Run comes on the remix.
Love it.
What's going on across the sea?
Hey, but you know what? It's funny because like your uncle at the barbecue. I don't know what these kids be doing. She running around. He running around. You that uncle who been married 4 years judging you?
About arranged marriages. What's going on across the sea?
CD Brian House.
That's crazy. I ain't never thought of that till right
What
now.
did he say? You got the keys to my. What did he say?
Keys to the Lexus?
Yeah,
I think it's
keys to the Lexus. Oh man.
Oh, my. Hey, he low-key did get off on that verse. Though.
That verse is hard.
And if you're horny, let's do it. Ride it. My pony. He chose the lamest animal that you can have. Like, why is it a pony?
The Pony Express.
Any pony I've ever seen is look.
Pony Express. I delivered.
What is it? That song. I love a song by him. Is it Stingy? Does he sing Stingy?
Yeah. Do you like sing Stingy?
See, everybody loves Pony. I love Stingy.
What's the one that he was having a seizure on?
That's my shit.
Park when they had to revive him. You don't remember that?
He has another. No. Is it So Anxious?
That's the song.
So Anxious is the one.
Not Stingy.
Yeah,
What's
I knew
Stingy?
what song you were talking about. So
we locked
Anxious.
in.
So
we locked in.
We locked in. I got
Okay.
you.
So Stingy is crazy.
I'm not a pony.
And I was fucking with it. I was like, oh, he got a So Stingy.
No.
I was
I'm
because she
over
said
it.
it. I'm like, but it made me
Leave
Leave
it
it at 11:30. Love it when you're talking dirty.
Yeah.
Said I'm. Yeah. It's tempting. Where you been? They had cell phones. They had cell phones.
Why get both you niggas low key sick?
Did you get my message?
No, you know what's funny? We can't sing in our voices. We can only sing in front of other people's voices.
I'm gonna need y'all to start harmonizing.
He had a beeper.
I'm listening to all of these songs on the way home. I promise you.
Talking but bubble baths. That nigga was sitting in the tub. A whole grown ass man in the apartment. There ain't nothing wrong with it, but just getting out with you know, dropping in the water with it first.
Hey, talk about, you know how you remember at Run's house he ended every episode in the tub?
Yes.
You think he wrote you think he wrote that verse for Jagged Edge in the tub?
Bro, first of all, I don't know what kind of size tub he was in.
He had a big ass tub.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get in these kids.
Unlocked the core memory.
My legs be up on my chest and shit.
Bro,
yeah.
my big ass is not
He's
comfortable.
up to his neck. I'm like, that's like that tub about 3.5 feet tall.
No, that tub was like literally.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Rev Run got money.
I forgot about that.
That's one of my favorite reality TV shows.
He wasn't outside.
He wasn't.
He wasn't. That was a good one.
All right. Random shit. I mean, fun facts.
Okay.
The average person spends 2 hours and 24 minutes on social media per day. My number is significantly less than that. I think I brought this up previously before, but my shit's probably like 20 minutes per day. What's your shit at? You ever looked at it?
Yeah, it's worse because I doom scroll. Like, I get off work at like 10. I can't turn my brain off. I'm either streaming something or just scrolling. I'm the friend who, like, you wake up and you have like 10 clips sent to you on IG. I'm that annoying guy. I self-admit it. I got nothing else to do. But yeah, like,
I got nothing else to do.
Like, because I'm just up with my thoughts. Like, you know how,
That's real.
Yeah. But like during the day,
yeah, exactly.
Like normal, like if I don't work, I maybe am on social media. Yeah, probably up to 2 hours, I would say, throughout the day. Cause I used to be big on Twitter. I don't really check Twitter that much. Instagram's kind of whatever. I don't really use anything else. But if I work and like, I get off, I'm home at 10:30 and I can't go to sleep. Yeah, I'm definitely, you might get 2 hours just in that setting by itself, you know?
Yeah, I think that like a lot of times when I'm on social media, I'm either heavily active on social media or I'm like ghost, like I've been the last like 2 weeks. But when I'm on, I'm usually like engaging. So I'm like posting content, engaging with different people, responding, making videos, making stories. So I'm less viewing other people's content and I'm more interacting with my own content. And so, so there may be some days where I'm spending a lot of time because I'm making a reel, I'm have a story. I'm responding to DMs. I'm commenting, more engagement. And then I have days where I won't look at it at all because I don't have my notifications on. It's a mental health thing for me. But I'm like you too also. I have insomnia, the kids, like I can't sleep always. But I will doom scroll, not where I create content.
Yeah.
So I create content on Instagram, so I'll doom scroll other places, whether that's like fucking researching Google or maybe TikTok or maybe Reddit. I've been on Reddit.
Yeah.
So it fluctuates.
And it makes sense though too. I think for a lot of people, like you said, you have your kids and you work, and like I work in a place where I see hundreds of people every day. And to me, I like to kind of doom scroll because it's like, a moment to myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm engaging with what's been happening in the world.
Yeah.
But truthfully, I wanted this 3 hours to just raw a little bit
Yeah.
and just feel it. Just feel it.
It's real.
I've been there with y'all.
Hell yeah.
And that
For
is
sure.
because I have fleeting
Have
thoughts
those
throughout the day
moments.
that I don't have a chance to investigate. So part of my doom scroll is the fact that like, oh, this is what I said I was going to look up
And now
earlier
I'm
and I
down
didn't
the
get a
rabbit
chance
hole.
to. Yeah. Yeah.
I hate the feeling
Because
of
I'm now no longer looking at what I said I was going to look up.
I've been looking for different.
I love a good Wikipedia rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Love
Like,
it.
did this happen?
You want to talk about
boy.
the
Oh,
great,
my next one is a Wikipedia rabbit hole. It's gonna fuck with you.
Okay.
underrated algorithm? You know when you get to the bottom of a Wikipedia?
Yeah.
And like, especially if you're looking at someone,
Yeah.
and then it has the suggested people.
Yes!
That's
I
the
look
best
through
algorithm
every
of
single
anything.
one.
Because every time I'm like, I wonder what happened to that guy. And I scroll to the bottom of the Wikipedia I'm looking at, and guess who's right there? That guy.
Yep.
And I can look up all the stuff I was wondering about him. And now it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm down 26 pages. I know everything about the West Virginia Mountaineers in 2003.
We're the same person. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, it's just different
it.
subject matter. Yeah,
Got it.
I look at what's related, all kind of shit.
I need all the details.
Here's a doom scroll for you. Ready? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear children. Good morning to all.
What the hell are you doing?
That's crazy. What jingle is that?
I don't know, Ovaltine?
Happy birthday to you dates back to the 19th century when sisters Patty and Mildred J. Hill introduced the song Good Morning to All to Patty's kindergarten class in Kentucky. They published the tune in 1893 and their songbook story series for the kindergartner with Chicago publisher Clayton F. Summey. So, Happy Birthday originates from Good Morning to You. So we've been singing happy. I always wondered who makes money. Happy Birthday generates $2 million a year on its own.
Somebody owns it?
Somebody
Never thought about that.
probably trademarked the song.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You were singing "Happy Birthday" to you right now.
Didn't even.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I had a real black ass moment. I kept singing the Stevie Wonder version in my head, and I could not catch the tune right now.
Like, that ain't the happy birthday I know. That's some real nigga shit right there.
I was tripping. I was really tripping right now.
Yeah, he's like that's
Happy birthday.
It's like that.
Good morning. I was like, no, that shit don't even work.
That's
bro.
what it say.
Like, what's the
Good
ghostwriter?
morning to you.
Good
Morning
that sounds like a gospel
to
song.
you. It do. No, that's the welcome committee when they want you to come back for the snacks after at Bayview. You know they be like come back for the refreshments in the back.
Exactly.
They still do that.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, okay, here we go. They be like, yeah,
First time
come
guest,
back. I was like,
always.
I've been back there. With I was like, well, first of all, why are we acting like guests?
You
Like we
gotta
didn't just see you.
recently.
I don't know if I can come back.
That's why he said what he said.
He's right.
You know what?
That's why I didn't argue with him.
See, so we gonna get him
Part
to
of me
church one
getting
day.
older is realizing that I don't have to like be prideful and say, no, I wouldn't do that. Like now it's just like, you know what, nigga, you might be telling
You
the
might
truth.
be
Hey,
right.
might be
This
telling
is the
truth.
most honest I've ever been in my life. I can't, cause now I'm just other like
Safe place.
I can be grumpy. I'm getting older. I can be grumpy.
I can't
tell
be full on grumpy yet though. I still matter.
No. Because you
Yeah, I
you
still
can't.
matter.
There's too much going on in the world. If I completely get grumpy, I'm gonna start sounding racist.
We got about
Like,
we got 30 more years before
Yeah.
we're a starter kid grumpy.
Yeah.
Starter
Like
kid.
I'm what do you call it? Easily agitated.
Yeah. Or I can say I don't fuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can. I'm in the beginning stages of not fuck wittable.
But we still have to control our responsiveness. We're not like your dad did.
Right.
Where we can just
yeah.
let it all fly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
We gotta keep it reined in a little bit.
He's on the
Did I ever
cusp.
say you must got to fight at the golf course? I did tell him on
Yeah,
the pod.
yeah. But he's on the cusp of He's in today's now where he can almost just ruin a holiday with saying some wild shit.
And nobody can say nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Nobody can say nothing. And it's gonna be funny as shit.
And he'll end it with your rat bastard.
Literally, Merry
It'd
Christmas.
be dead silent.
Merry Christmas, fuck to you, rat bastard.
Yeah.
As he storms out the door.
Everybody's like, yo, who the fuck?
No,
Hey, because it's understanding. Who pissed him off?
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I hear my friends tell like a family story, I always think like when someone did something like that, I always think to myself like, but you ain't told me he lied about what he said though. That's the worst part. They be wilding and I'll be like, damn, he got a point though. Ain't no worse when you know somebody's wilding, but you agree with them,
Yeah.
but they're presenting it so horribly,
Oh.
you can't open. I'll be sitting there like,
But to
damn.
get everybody to be quiet, it's like Charleston White. He said, shit, when I was going down to the congressional meetings, nobody knew something until I put on a KKK hoodie. I said, damn, he got a point.
Him and Candace Owens, I wish they would just stop talking one sentence earlier. I swear I would agree with them.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I be with you.
They about one sentence off from me agreeing with
Kanye
them.
West, too.
No, he started on bullshit.
Kanye West, too.
You don't get to wear a Cassie beat up in a hotel
I
shirt.
still
and
haven't
be
seen
groggy.
George Bush care about black people.
I mean, we saw with No Child Left Behind did to the whole community. I don't think he liked anybody.
I have that certification.
Bruh, I'm
just
gonna let
saying.
you know some of y'all should have got left behind. Y'all needed to stay in the after school programs.
And hey, you know what?
Hey, we need to
You're right. That's a real
100%.
thing. Some
I'm
of y'all
telling
need to go
you.
to 6 to 6.
Hey, 6 to 6 is why I was good at sports. I was trapped on those.
They should have let him in. Like, yo, stop capping it, because even the staff you was hiring, Mr. Aaron was bullshit. I remember him. He had on jean shorts. Nigga would not make sure we did our homework or nothing. You know, we would just play basketball. He'd be like, shit, you said you finished. Luckily,
Yeah.
my grandmother checked when I got home when she picked me up, and my Bob checked. But we wasn't doing shit.
And then you had me who worked in after school programs, and I'm like,
No, you
talking
just, that
remember,
matters.
I worked
remember initiative and not trying, like
Yeah,
you were saying.
I'm telling you right now.
I worked after school programs. I'll tell you, they're important. Random story. I had a guy named Coach Tony, and we had a coach named Coach Leslie.
That's
You know,
all trauma.
you're little. You're like, oh, they should get married. Leslie was getting married to somebody, dude. But long story short, Tony was like the tallest Mexican dude I've ever seen. Like very identifiable, like even at this age. We had a guy come into the restaurant I worked at, our previous one I worked at, looked just like him. And like old enough, like at the time change. And I asked the guy, I said, hey, is your name Tony? The guy's name happens to be Tony. I'm so ecstatic. Because I'm thinking like, but it's not him. Like I talked to him later. But like it broke my heart when it wasn't him. I was like, what are the chances this is this guy? Like that school
he
program
was
mattered.
impactful. Exactly.
That shit. Yeah, trauma. This is a trauma plot.
It is, but
It's
it's funny.
not-
But
it's
it's
a
rooted
safe
in
space.
It's rooted in funniness. 'Cause
Yeah.
when the person that said it listens to us all the time,
Exactly.
and they were like, "Yo, I can't relate to everything, but one is interesting. And two, like you, like how the fuck are they laughing at? that? Like, how did they turn that into a joke?
It's
Like all
not-
of a sudden, like, yo, that's crazy.
Because we all feel safe to be vulnerable
Is
with
it
each other.
bad? Is it bad that like when bad things happen, the first thing I always think about is, man, I can't wait to tell my friends so they can get these jokes off on me. I think about this
why
all
she
the
went to our
time.
story earlier, because she think that everyone's gonna be like that.
I like sometimes bad things will happen, and I can't wait to tell the group chat. Like devastatingly horrible things happen to
See?
me, and I tell my boys, and they're like,
They talking
They-
about me in the group chat.
yeah, they looking at me, and I'm like, let me tell on myself
You can tell me
first.
that multiple group
I don't have a group chat.
Yeah, let me tell on myself
I
first
left.
before you find
the
out.
last one I've been in.
No, I'm saying
That shit is like it takes a look. Another
You
thing,
respectfully, you a hoe.
I
I'm
can't
not
come
in-
back though.
I'm not
You
in the group
can.
chat
No, I'm
either.
trying to tell you. Like, look, I don't know how to
can't
tell
do it
you
either.
this, but there's something about when these motherfuckers be going to the woods. I be understanding it now. Like to really get like this like connect.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a great feeling. The only people I talk to all the time now is the Call of Duty guys, and it's like I was gonna turn on this PlayStation anyway, so I might as well just hang out with y'all here. But like, yeah, like, and my golf people.
How did you become a 13-year-old boy?
That shit matters though. Like my kids started going back outside, and I've been riding the bike, bro. I rode the bike like fucking like a quarter mile all the way down, and she rode on the sidewalk. I've been doing shit, and I ain't even been documenting it either. Like I've really been trying to live like back in the 90s again. Like this freedom I'm telling you about is fucking unmatched right now.
Those 2 weeks off changed your life.
Fuck yeah. All I did was stay the program on shit that I did, but then did shit that I've been neglecting to do for years now. So I was like, yo, like this shit is amazing right now. And it felt good, like to like really not give a fuck. And then when I came back, I was like, yo, I'm about to take more days. Why not?
I respect it.
Shit,
Me
10
too.
years in the game at this motherfucking, y'all want to act like this? I'm about to go ahead and take these days.
Hey, what they say, you think if I leave the game, they gonna miss me?
They will, though. Because they reached out. They was like, yo, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm just
You
staying
coming
away
back,
from your
right?
motherfucker. Yeah.
No, okay. A mental health check and missing somebody is two different things.
Well, I mean,
No,
part
they're
of
making
that.
sure he coming back.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, because there was people that
'Cause
was
they're
going to be
worried.
there. Also, it's like, what it is not like they need me. They just don't want to do what I do.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's like any job. Like,
100%.
yo, like you probably don't call out all the time, but they don't want to risk getting somebody else in. It's like, bro, we don't know. We know Alonzo.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Temperature
I'm
check.
strictly a personality hire.
Me too.
I know for a fact.
But it's hard to replace.
Exactly. I bring joy to the workspace. Am I
That's
the
what
hardest
I'm saying.
worker? Not at all. I'm not trash. I'm a veteran enough to know how to do what I need to do. I'm minimum input, maximum output.
So you know where I am? Definitely the personality, but I also have extensive like skill set and experience. My issue is I've always had lack of stability and consistency. So for me, like, and it's always just been me, like single mom, raising my first daughter 10 years. So if someone's sick, I was always lived in poverty. If my car broke down, shit, if I didn't have gas money, like, so I always had like adversities or sometimes hardships that would like prevent me from always being able to be consistent or always show up or on time.
I know who you're talking about now.
I'm talking about me.
I know, but there's
There's
one
a
of those.
person that-
There's a person at every job like that,
Yeah.
and everybody's always understanding of that. Person.
So you be so the
Like you
skill
tried at
set,
least.
the skill set, like I am good at my job.
Yeah.
I take initiative. I have a great personality. It gives you a little grace for
You
those
can
things.
only be that person if you
got
have
one
a
of
good
those at my
personality.
job.
Because if you're
Yeah,
like that
but
and
you-
you're mean,
Yeah,
they
people ain't
will
gonna fuck
get
with
you.
you.
But you
gone.
also have to be good at what you do.
100%.
Because if you're fucking up all the time, it's like, yeah, I'm 15 minutes late, but I completed this report. I emailed this person. I connected you to that person. And everybody's fucking happy I'm here because I'm funny as shit. Like,
Exactly.
sorry,
Like,
but you
very
still gotta be
underrated
on
talent.
time.
Hey, don't
Still
be,
gotta
hey,
be on time.
Don't be mad at
95%
me.
of the time.
Yeah, don't be mad at me. I pushed your 8 day into 2 hours, and I've been messing around in the office for 6.
That person also brings stability, you know, to like the morale. Morale is a big deal.
People don't talk about it.
Huge.
When you leave a job and like people like you. Like
It's
I remember, you know,
impactful.
like I remember like the first time you like get a coworker and you realize you both hate the same person at your job, and you get to bond over the hatred. The second that person goes on vacation, all you think is, "I'm gonna quit this hoe." I swear to God.
You'd be like, my work person is back.
Yeah,
They help you get through the day.
Nothing brings people closer together than hating on somebody.
No, that's not true.
Think about
he
this.
might be right.
Think about this.
He might be right.
Hating has helped so much.
If I have a
bond.
mute, when we say hate, it's not like real hate. Like, man, fuck him, he ain't shit.
Okay.
Blah, blah. It's more like
Talking shit?
It's more like just like babbling about nothing about somebody. Like you know,
Talking shit.
Yeah.
talking shit, but not like true hate.
Not like oh, I would
Like,
actually be.
Cheese made like gossiping about somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the premise of Jonah's whole
People-
podcast, and I be
people-
listening to that shit because I be like, yo, I don't even know who the fuck you
Dude.
we talking about, but I was like,
I wonder when
I
he's
be
gonna
drawn in.
release
No,
that.
that happened.
Is Jonah still gonna put our episode out, or is he done?
Yeah, he told me when he was
or
gonna
did he
do it,
say?
yeah.
He said, "Oh, you're done with her. I'm done with her too."
No. He said he gonna put it out still.
No, no.
It's
Me
in
and
the
Jonah had a
How
good.
was that?
Dude, I really liked Jonah. Like, I was a little
I tried
nervous.
telling your ass this though. That was the funny part.
I feel like I know, but I feel like it's timing too. I was nervous because Jonah's pod is like, he's funny, he's wild, he like, you know, plays about toxic culture, and so I was like, man, first of all, I was like, I'm about to be boring. I'm about to be a fucking buzzkill, trauma bond, like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna bring down the vibe, and then I was like, man, are we gonna like disagree a lot? Like, are we gonna
Did you?
have opposing views? No, there were definitely times we had opposing opinions, and maybe he saw my point and I saw his, but there were times where he stood on his and was like, nah, that I feel this way. But no, he did push back. What did he push back on? And it was because he was like, what he said, he was like, you get real. Oh, he did kind of. I was like, okay, good choice of words. He was like, you seem like you get real triggered a lot.
I'm sorry.
He's like,
Hey, but you know what's
He
funny?
been practicing that shit for weeks. The way she said that.
I was saying, she said it like she was still getting triggered by him saying it. like her shoulders jumped her body. I was like, oh, he hit a nerve. Oh, he might got a point.
But he said it respectfully.
He did. He tried his best.
If you were like, oh, he sounds like it triggered a lot, I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
No.
The animation, I was like, nah, I see his point.
He said it very. I could tell he was
Am I
trying
triggered
to.
now by this nigga saying that?
And I was.
I've never been.
And I was, but I had to play cool.
Because he asked you in a way where you was like,
And he was like, you get real passionate about certain
He
topics.
had you. The triggered, passionate.
And so I was
He's
like,
in his bag right now.
Hey,
I got. Now I want to listen.
No,
Hey,
I was
Jonah
like-
low key. He low key a toxic king.
He is.
Exactly.
He might be the toxic
He
king.
So I was
He
like,
bring the one
triggered.
in, he be like,
oh, bro.
I'm like, you know
So I
what?
was like, how am I going
Where
to
does he
compete
get
with that?
this? Respectfully.
I don't know.
Bro,
Who's
he
going to want to
also
listen to my
tryouts.
shit after
But-
listening to a stripper? They're going to be like, next.
Nah, stories are stories, though.
And that's what he said.
And also, even then, and news stories, and I don't know what it is with us, but you give me a good woman story,
No,
I'm locked in on some
100%.
bullshit. I mean, yeah.
on
I
God.
want to hear all of them.
Yeah,
On
dude,
God,
I
we
know
had a-
dudes stories.
yeah.
I've been around dudes my whole life in terms of like
Yeah.
sports and shit. No, I want to hear more women's stories.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't want to hear another one of yours. I couldn't make it out of my JC football. I thought I was going to
Yeah.
get one. I got 36
I want to
homies
know
like that.
But he
about the
talks
time
to a
your
lot of
homegirl
women.
was tripping
He
and
talks to a
left
lot
you
of-
hanging.
Let me know about the chick who borrowed your wig and then never texted you back.
That's hilarious.
Or fucked your man or some shit.
But it wasn't even toxic like that between us. It was all like deep conversations. We had a really good conversation about his best friend, Angel, who he lost. I really appreciated him opening up to me about that, and RIP to him, and about like appreciating your friends. And you know, yeah, like you said, we want our peace, we want our solitude, but when you lose a best friend out of nowhere, like sometimes we take those moments for granted. So finding the balance, like, you know, honestly, I really, really enjoyed our conversation. I am insecure, honestly, or like self-conscious, like about how his audience will take to me. But I'm really glad we did it. It was just a good way to learn and bond and grow, you know? And he's funny. He's so toxic. He's funny.
But he's
But
genuine.
I'd be toxic with him in private. I'd be having private toxic
I need him
conversations.
to do a series of I need like a 5-part series, just 5 different women tell a story about how they went on a girls trip and came back and none of the girls were friends. I need that because it be happening, and I need to know.
I've had that.
I want to do a doc. I wish I could do a docu series.
You know,
I get all 5 girls to explain their side.
You know, I went on a
Because you know
girls
they in
trip.
one hotel room.
No, we got a few more now.
We're the older, but I'm saying
Yeah.
when those trips
Oh,
they
for
usually
sure.
break up, the worst ones are when they're in one
I
hotel
don't know what the
room.
reason
I've had
was.
huge fights. Oh, it's over everything.
I was just about to say, it's
almost every group.
Hey, but this
almost
shit be
every
crazy.
group trip, we've had over who's going to be in each room. Actually, so it's normally
y'all
like
lose
4 to
friendships over that?
Not me. Don't
well,
look
it's
at me.
like 4 to room, and well, I want to be there next to them. I want to be closer because you know there's pockets of best friends.
Yeah, the group within
We're
the group.
all best friends, but there, so it's
Men
like,
do that too.
well, we want to be closer to,
100%.
but like, can't you move rooms? Like, it's crazy.
I won't move rooms. I
Why?
stick it out with the weird.
But I think
dude
the
that you
difference
gave
is men can be we can we disperse our hostility gradually,
Yeah.
so it never builds up to the actual
Yeah,
trip. Women can't. Women are so catty that I heard someone say women don't know how to play fight. So when it happens, it
Oh,
happens.
but we're not catty or arguing over a play fight. It's like a matter of we want to go here. It's like disagreements about the plans or where we should go.
But I feel like whenever that
or what we
happens, it's
should
because
do.
it's like something like
shutdown
she
be real.
always she
And it
she
is-
you know Katie always wants to fucking tell us where the goddamn go and shit.
Yeah,
and I'm
you're
just
right,
like,
you're
yeah,
right,
you should have
you're
told
right.
that to Katie 4 months ago when you were mad about the first time she did.
We did.
She
But
said,
no. My favorite.
They told her in a cool way.
You know what?
my boys will be like, "Hey, Zo, I'll be honest with you, you suck today." I've had a friend tell me that. You know what? I respected it.
I had a girls trip. You know, what's the most wild thing you've seen it? You've had happen on a boys trip? Can you give it up or no?
I can't.
I know. I was just thinking.
Because there's a few things where I was like, "Who should I
Who's
have
gonna
been there?
penis?
Should I have been there?"
No. I'm like,
I'm like,
I seen like, we went on a girls trip and we participated. And don't ask me no questions.
I'm good.
Dead ass. We
It's at
participated
the end of the pod too. It's the best time to do it.
in an event.
Oh,
A competition per se that ladies sometimes participate in. So not the whole group, but certain people of the group participated in said event, and we fucking ended up, deciding. Nobody there was no type of infidelity or anything. There was just an event, a performance that some people participated in. But we did decide to keep it between us. But we ended up, I was single at the time, not thinking. I got a fucking memorabilia flask. I was faded. I'm not even going to say where I was. I don't even know. Fucked up. Thought I was being cute. Oh my God, guys, guess what I ended up buying first? They were like, bitch.
Supposed to be no evidence.
If you don't throw that motherfucker.
a million flasks is crazy. You want the things to remember?
Hey,
You want the things to remember?
I can't remember.
Off the flask is
I
crazy.
can tell you where. Off mic, I'll tell you where we were. Off mic, I'll tell you where we were. Yes.
Cabo.
Things are not even things to remember.
But I can't. That's like committing a crime and getting a T-shirt for it.
Literally. And I thought they were going to be so excited.
Hey guys. Yeah, you know what? I had one of those.
You ever done some shit like
No,
that?
I call it a token.
And I'm normally not stupid like that.
You have a token, like an idea. Like you remember about the flask? Like somebody's gonna bring that up. Ours is like literally. The room was called 369.
Oh, shit.
369. Damn it, lie. Our room was literally 369. So like whenever they bring up the reference, they were like, "Oh, you remember 369?" So like we all have one of those.
Yeah.
they bring it up, and you just glaze off.
Yeah, you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
We
glad
don't
my
even
kids
bring
don't
it
know
up.
that version of me. Like that's what I be saying about. And then the scary thought is, damn, my kids are gonna have one of these version stories too. Like I was in here looking at this iPad now. I was like, oh, the type of music she listens to, we might be okay. I can't tell you what the name was. Japanese characters on the front though. We're gonna be all right.
I ain't
Keep
got none
'em
of these
square.
problems.
Keep 'em
I'm a
square.
child of God, so I don't have any of these type of decisions making.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh, do you want kids one day? Or are you like, no?
He wants to be a stepdad.
Whoa,
This
whoa,
way.
pot
Yeah,
over.
I gotta
I'm
say
the
that.
mic. That
You can
you
defend yourself.
know what's crazy?
I was just joking.
I'm not offended.
You did say
by,
you like
but
single
first of all-
moms. It's true.
One, you're a stepdad. Two, I don't think it's offensive to be called a stepdad, but to make it sound like it was someone's life goal is crazy.
That's what.
Andre Lowe be doing
say
that.
like
That's crazy.
Andre Lowe be doing that.
But if you want
be
to
like,
date
yo,
single
Frank,
moms,
yeah.
that is your goal.
I would do date. I was not a single mom and Gerald, but
Andre
yeah.
do these videos. He be like, "What your mama say?" And but he holding dumbbells. He's like practicing on telling my steps like that. What your mama
Hey,
say?
those videos are funny.
Yo, you seen him do it?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, no, the one that had me dying was like he's in the
Those
he's in the
videos
mirror
kill
practicing
me.
in Spanish. He's like getting ready for my stepdaughter's keys. That shit had me crying. I felt that shit spiritually. I didn't feel that one spiritually.
I'm trying to tell you that shit funny as fuck,
He has
man.
me dying on those videos.
3 cheers. Anybody got any 3 cheers they want to get off?
Good
Yeah,
weather.
no
We back
positivity.
outside. Hey, 3 cheers. Because
know I'm in the
the
trenches.
last few years we've been one of the rainiest cities in the whole country.
It was
We had more
ridiculous.
rain than Seattle 2 years ago. The first
Really?
6 months of the year. Remember we had that little fake hurricane last year.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
3 cheers that granted I was judging the people outside, but we can go back outside.
Yeah.
We can touch some earth.
Notice they haven't even said anything about no drought. The drought gone.
Hey, I'm just saying, I work down near the water. It has been gorgeous. Granted, no, it did rain like 2 weeks ago, but for the most part, it's that time. And I said this last year, and I didn't really have the moment I wanted to, but this is my last summer outside.
Is
Like,
it?
Yeah, this is the last one. I'm calling it. I might call it in July. I'm gonna get half a season.
When you
out
say
of me.
outside, that's just being outside doing young nigga activities. You got to be outside.
I'm gonna start a book club. I'm gonna do beat
That's what I'm
yoga.
saying.
I'm changing my life in August.
Yes.
There we go. That's what it is.
Yes.
I still go outside. It's just my outside different.
Exactly.
Well, you be outside at the pony baseball fields and stuff.
Yeah, but
That
no, I
counts.
go to Bonita Bar and Grill every week. I've literally become a Cheers dude.
I respect it.
Like, I went twice this week.
But at the
I went
golf course?
Friday and today, yeah.
Hey,
There's a dude that be there. I was like, yo, you played it? There's a dude. He's like, I don't even play here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, people don't play and they go there. That place is fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Three cheers to the outside. I hope everyone's having good family fun. You know, be respectful, be responsible, be resourceful. And just remember, Amazon has contraceptives for $10.
Oh my god! I got a cheers. My girl, who was actually a listener, her name's Jessica. She knows like kind of things I've been going through, and we were just talking. I ended up like making her. I don't know if she wants to put that out yet. So, anyways, I ended up like making a logo and a business card for her. Somehow that ended up to like her having a conversation with her man who I've never met, Uncle Mike. That's what I call him now. He went and purchased me a laptop.
Oh, shit.
He's like into like IT and shit. He like fucking did the updates, got it ready for me, set up the account, got me a nice little bag.
That's what's
they
up.
got me a mouse, and like it's a nice HP, got the 4 split screen touch, and I do a lot of like graphic design and content creation. I have ADHD, like, so just like such a blessing that this man has never met me. This is my homegirl's man. And just for him to be like, for her to be like, whatever she's saying about must be loving on me, you know, speaking well of me. And for her to be not even like, you know, some women might be like, the fuck, you know, but like being like, what a blessing. And for him to just, you know what I mean? That's so huge, especially for someone like me who needs that. So shout out to Jessica, and who I've lovingly nicknamed Uncle Mike.
There we go. That's funny that you said that, because yesterday when you sent me a message, we was in the car on our way to Anaheim, and then the first thing that was like, "Hey you," and she popped up. Fucking saying, "Hey you."
Wifey?
Yeah, who are you to them? They're like, "Hey you," and then she realized whose voice it was. She said, "Oh, okay, never mind." And I was laughing.
Turn it up so she can hear.
But I was like, "Yo, you been playing cool for the last couple of years, right? I've been waiting for that side to pop out, and it was just a random thing. Like, you probably thought I hit the wrong button. We in a long road trip, you know. I didn't.
That's what it happens.
Yeah,
And it was like a hey you, like how you doing?
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. I waited,
but
I hadn't looked at none of my messages. No, this shit was funny as fuck though. I was like, yeah, go crazy. Like I was like, some men like this. I'm of that ilk.
Next time I'm saying, hey you and wifey shoe.
Go crazy.
A little
for
toxicity makes you feel appreciated.
Yeah,
I would have done the same shit.
Yeah.
Immediately.
It's funny as a man the things that
I would
get
have
you in trouble.
snatched that motherfucking phone. Hey you the fuck?
But now the more I talk to people,
I was
right?
just Jay, it's cool.
Even this girl at work, she was like, yeah. I said, yo, do you put like women on your husband? She's like, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah. She like, yo, your girlfriend, she loves to wear Jordans, right? She's like, I'm not a Jordan kind of girl. I said, wait, his girlfriend? And then I thought about it. I was like, yo, my wife do that. Oh, the girls you like. I'm like, yo. And then I was like, why y'all do that? She's like, well, you got to spice it up somehow. You know, that we just got to sit up here and pretend what type of girls you like. Or we know for a fact that you like this type of girl. We just going to keep rubbing that shit in your face because we not them.
No, you know the worst one is?
We not them. Okay, wifey.
Yeah, and not them as it, but when we say them, to them means like those is barrel chicks does.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Them is barrels.
Anybody who ain't me barrel.
Yeah, that's the bottom of the barrel.
Anybody who ain't me barrel.
One day we're gonna have a conversation because I have sinned before and done this one. I'm not gonna go to complete, but if you keep telling me, you keep talking to me about this little girl that you think I like, and I keep telling you I don't like her, and then you keep explaining to me why I like her, and I didn't say that. But then if I end up starting to realize, like, maybe she is as cute as what she said. You put me on her. I didn't do that. I was going to let it go.
We'll regroup.
Walk right out of heaven.